tuned in to 10 Talks. Now let's get lifted and take a shot. You are now tuned in to 10 Talks.
You're gonna get another egg thrown at us with that loud woo.
Hey, we gotta hype it up. We gotta get the energy up. Because lately, we haven't been starting off in the right foot.
You don't think so?
I feel like it's been low energy a little bit, low key.
Why? Because of you, not me.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Why are you saying it's low energy? I don't think so. I disagree. I feel like we've had good energy.
Okay. There's always room for improvement.
Yeah, but you say not to talk about it on air.
Really?
Because you're like, oh, it's negative or something like that. You said that last time to me. You said you I shouldn't say this. Remember?
Talking about other things though.
Remember you said you want to do the intro?
No, I didn't. No, I did not.
All right, guys. Boom, bam, bing, bop, beep, doop. Oh, here we are, guys. Episode 50 of 10. It's that one video. Welcome to episode 50 of 10 Talks. We are finally live. I'm sorry. I was trying to get a new background set up for 10 Talks. We're trying to think of what to do. Yeah, for winter. And our tent has windows, basically, and we're in the middle of winter because, fuck it.
We have to be indoors. We're glamping.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost December. Yeah, exactly. We're glamping. This is like a very fancy fucking tent. And it was just taking forever to download this fucking background, bro. Every video of just like snow falling in the background is like 8 hours, 10 hours. This is the shortest one I could find at 1 hour.
Fire.
Which was too short because we do usually 2 hour podcasts. So I was looking.
Good. It looks realistic to me.
You think so? You were saying that you look too white.
Yeah, I do look very pale, but that's just because I'm a fair ass person.
I don't think so. I feel like I'm looking at you right now. I feel like you look, more tan than I do. Not on camera.
I think you have naturally a darker skin color than me right now.
I know. I've always now. Well, I feel like I've always been hella tan my whole life. People always told me that.
When I get sun actually, and I'm outside, I get very, very dark. But I just haven't been going out for the last 2 years.
I know. 2 years. Wow. Ever since we got together.
No, it's been COVID.
Oh, that's fucked up.
It really has.
Ever since you got with me, you haven't left the house.
No, and then after COVID, I automatically started working super heavy. So I really just never had time to
I shouldn't be biting
go
my
to
nails
a
on camera.
pool or go to the beach.
You're calling me Turplin.
Really?
No, that's true. We haven't really been going out much. We've done a couple hikes and stuff like that, but we were talking about this the other day too, where when COVID started, not only were you supposed to be indoors, but the first year was all cloudy.
Very gloomy.
Yeah, gloomy and cloudy basically for the whole year. So, yeah, maybe everyone's just hella white now. Everyone lost their tan.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Or maybe we should do a tanning bed stream.
No, those are terrible.
Where we take the camera in there with us. It's terrible for your skin. People do it all the time.
I did it one time, and I was so scared, because Final Destination.
I know.
That girl got trapped in the tanning bed. I just kept my arm up the whole time. I was so scared.
Wait, do they lock it, or can you open it from the inside?
You can open it from the inside. That's why I kept it popped up. But sometimes it is kind of hard to push.
Maybe that's why you're not tan. It's because you let some of the light out, and now you're permanently white.
No.
I'm kidding. Speaking of Final Destination, our coworker Phil, the photographer dude / BMXer, he was talking about how he had a Final Destination type of situation where he said he was riding his bike down the street and a fucking tree branch just happened to break off the tree and fall right on top of him and hit him in the head. Oops, I hit my self in the head, but it hit him in the head, and he was showing me his head, and he had this giant gash, and he was bleeding and shit, and he was all scabbed up, and I was like, bro, what are the chances that a BMX, you're going pretty fast?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The timing of a branch has to break and all that stuff all at the same time. That's scary.
This was recently?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He was talking about, you probably don't care about him, that's why you didn't listen. No, I'm kidding.
Why do you keep doing that?
I'm joking around.
Jeez.
No, but he just talked about this last week or something like that.
I probably wasn't in the room.
Yeah, you probably weren't in the room. But he was just yo, look what happened to my head. And he showed us, and he just it was perfectly in the middle of his head too. There was a little gash.
That sucks.
That's fucked up. Shit's scary. That's literally wrong place, wrong time.
For real.
Yeah, but either way, today was supposed to be the cam girl episode of 10 Talks, but it's been, a hectic weekend because of Thanksgiving and all that stuff, and I also forgot to fucking double check in, and I also forgot to tell Rylee. Apparently I thought I did, but she says I didn't, so it was just a bunch of misplanning on my end.
This is the Yuriy just throws Rylee under the bus show.
No, really? No, because that's me throwing myself under the bus because you're saying I didn't tell you, but I was supposed to.
Well, you did. Like, you told me a long time ago, but you never told me. Like, usually the week of, you're always like, just like remember, like, they're coming, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I thought we didn't confirm. That's why. So I was, and then you said it today, like, at 2, and I was like, what?
I just remembered. I was like, oh, fuck. Like, we were supposed to do the cam girl episode, but I feel like
You never confirmed.
Yeah, I never confirmed, which is it's my bad. And then also, I feel like it's gonna be kind of like a T-Rail episode where we have to do it in the middle of the week. So it's better for her schedule and our schedule
true.
Because she streams on Sundays, and it's like either she would have to come here with all her streaming equipment, or we would have to go there with all our podcast equipment, and just like it would be hectic regardless, especially at this point. Like now with all this stuff that we have for the podcast, like set up the sponsors, like all this shit, it's like we have to. It's more comfortable just to do it at home. At first I was telling her, I was like, oh yeah, I think we could just bring our stuff to do it at her place. But then as I was thinking about it, I was like, Stream Deck, like we gotta have the sponsors, like all this stuff. It's like,
it's hectic.
Exactly. It'll be way, way too much actually. But either way,
we'll have her eventually.
Hopefully this week, before the end of the year at least.
Stop biting your
I know. I'm sorry. I'm looking at them and they're so ragged. They're like, they just have all these like pieces of fucking skin all hanging out.
These are all bad. All the different layers.
Dude, can I just say, when I see Riley's nails after when girls like get fake nails, they just get these like plastic things put on top of their real nails, and then when they rip them off, your nail is like in layers, and it rips off all these layers. And if you look at a girl's nails after she rips her nails off, it looks so gnarly and painful, and it's cringy. And cringy as in it looks too painful.
Yesterday I was ripping these off, and I'm really good at it, and Yuri was like, he jinxed me. You're like, make sure you're like careful with your like ripping those off,
really?
right? You're careful ripping those off, right? And I was like, yeah, like I always feel for it, so I know like it's not gonna hurt me when it pops off. And then as soon as he said it, the next nail I started popping it off, and then I was trying to like rip the top part off, which is like the part that's connected to like the part that you can't feel, right? Like the white part of your nail is like the part that you can't feel. The rest, like the pink part of your nail.
Oh yeah.
Stop.
I can't.
The pink part of your nail is like your nail bed with all the nerves. And that's where it gets painful. And so I'm starting to try to peel off the nail like a fucking can of sardines. And it starts to really hurt at that like white part, and I'm like, oh, the white part's coming off, and I'm like in my nail bed, and I like every time I was like, this is gonna have to just stay on like dangling for days because I can't rip it off. It was hurting so bad to like yank it off, but I just finally like sucked it up and did it like really quick. It hurts so bad. All my nerves are like exposed. Every time I wash my hands,
bro, I can't.
Terrible.
Oh, bro.
Trigger warning.
No, that was so. You know what that reminds me of? And dude, this is gonna be just as gruesome of a story. But my homie Chris Curdian, you know him. One day we're fucking skating a 3-stair called Laurel, right? And then Chris, I forgot what he tries. He tries like some sort of trick, and he slips out, and like he falls on his butt, but. He falls on his so his skateboard's right under him, and his skateboard's in primo. So primo means like when your skateboard's like standing on its side. You know what I mean? Like it could be on its wheels, it could be on the grip tape, or it can be on the side. And when you land on the side, it like hella hurts because it doesn't move anywhere, and it's like a thin. It's almost like landing on like
wood.
It's like like hitting your elbow on like the corner of something. It's like it's super painful. Anyways, his skateboard's primo under him. He falls on his butt, but his thumb is under his butt between the board. And he smashes his fucking thumb, dude. Like, his nail is, like, hella crooked, all hanging off, like, gnarly, right? Like, super fucked up shit. And then Chris is just, like, bleeding from his thumb. He's like, fuck. And we're all looking, and we can see his nail is, like, hanging on by a nerve. It's like, it didn't just get ripped off. It, like, got forcefully like pushed, like hella fucked up, right? So we're like, oh my god, what do? We go up the street to a 7-Eleven, and 7-Elevens never let you use their bathrooms, right? So we go in, and like it was like 4 or 5 of us, and then we're like, yo, dude, do you guys have a bathroom? Look at my homie's hand, he needs to wash the shit right now. And the 7-Eleven's guy's like, oh shit, like yeah, go ahead, bathroom's right there. Chris just goes behind him, goes to the bathroom, right? And then we're all standing out there just in silence, like waiting, and then we just hear, ah, 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 he's just screaming in the bathroom. We're all, the clerk can hear it, we're all hearing it. We're like, oh my god, what the fuck is going on? And then Chris comes out and he's just like, dude, I washed it, but the nail is like attached to a nerve, dude. It's like hanging off and he can't take it off, right? He doesn't have it, like doesn't have it in to take it off. So
That's exactly what was happening.
Dude, no, but his shit's like the whole thing's like the whole nail, right? Super fucked up. So we go to the homie Donat's house, because Donat's like, yo, I got some shit that we could probably, you know, fix this issue, right? So we go to Donat's house. Donat got fucking rubbing alcohol. He got, what's that brown bottle?
Hydrogen.
He got hydrogen peroxide, and he got scissors. And he fucking cut the nerve, dude. And like when he cut that nerve, like we all heard it. Donat said the feeling of him cutting through it was like a feeling he's never felt before. And Chris was like saying that was the worst pain of his life, and he was screaming. It was like, dude, when I saw Chris go through that, I would have went to the hospital, bro. I literally would have been like, fuck this shit, I'm in too much pain, I'm going straight to the hospital. Chris did that, and we just smoked weed and drank, and they called it a night, bro. He was fucking insane. I want him to come on to talk about that story, because it was so gnarly, dude. He didn't go to the hospital or nothing. We went to the 7-Eleven bathroom, went to the homie's house, and then we just smoked weed and chilled.
Fuck that. Oh god, I hate that kind of talk. You
started it with your nails.
It's like I know every time I'm like thinking like I'm really in my nail bed full of nerves right now. I was just like cringing because it's terrible. It's terrifying. And it hurts so bad.
Fuck that shit, dude.
I can only imagine. Oh god, cutting the actual nerve. It's so.
That shit, makes you want to go sick, bro. It's like it's gnarly. But before we actually continue the podcast, get into everything. Before I forget, let's just give a huge shout out to all the fucking sponsors, guys. We don't have many sponsors, but when we do, we gotta be appreciative of them.
When we do,
we gotta appreciate them, because they really fucking help us pay the bills, fucking make sure we got everything ready for the live streams, all this stuff. It fucking helps us out a bunch, bro. You guys don't even understand. It really fucking helps support the channel. You guys, the sponsors, everything. So I really want to give a big shout and thank you to these guys. So first one, and like always, our fucking longest term sponsor, StayGroundead. Huge thank you to StayGroundead on Instagram. You guys have heard me say this a million times, but I'm gonna say it again, bro. It's a fashion account that's basically, if you guys are into finding like, it's like kind of like if you guys like pay attention to like house phones and Blasies type of style, like they don't wear like Gucci, you know, they will, but they won't. Their whole fit isn't usually just compromise of like, oh, high scale fashion brands. It's usually like underground people who make fire drip, and sometimes it's hard to find out about these people, and then sometimes once you do, it's too expensive. But StayGroundead is a good way to find new fashion creators, new like shirt creators, sweater creators, like people who make fucking like not just merch, it's not merch, it's fucking, what's the word for it, like clothing lines, you know what I mean? They're like people who actually have their own like legitimate brands and stuff. It's a good Instagram account to tap in with if you guys want to find out about new brands, or if you guys are starting your own brand or already have one, and you guys have some fire ass designs, fire shit, but you don't have enough eyes on it. They're a good Instagram account to tap in with for shout outs. Basically, they will repost your clothes, and they'll just ask their audience cop or drop, and then you guys get to see, you know, what a lot of people think about your shit. You guys get to have like a real world opinion, and then either change it up or realize, oh my god, hella people like this stuff, and it would just bring a lot of eyes to your brand. But either way, if you guys are into buying or selling fire ass drip, basically tap in with StayGroundead. Or if you guys just want to go over to the Instagram account and leave some comments or some likes just to say thank you from Harmonious gang, and thanks for sponsoring 10 Talks, that would also mean a lot, because they've been a long-term sponsor. Thank you guys so much.
Love you.
Facts. And then also, I want to, we only got 2 more guys. I want to give a huge thank you to Kush Face J.
Whoa,
If you guys are in the San Gabriel area or Whittier area and are looking for quality meds for a good price, follow and message Kush Face J _ on Instagram to get your order in with Mellow Mob and medical delivery. Must be 18 plus with your medical recommendation or 21 plus. Tell them Yuri sent you for a discount. Again, just follow and message Kush Face J _ to get your Mellow Mob and medical needs. Every time he hooks us up with weed, we fly through it in like 3 days because it's so good.
Maybe he can help sell Rylee runs.
Really? Get it on the market.
Come on, Kush Face.
And then the last one, I want to give a huge shout out to another sponsor, a new sponsor, Via Hemp Co. Thank you guys so much. Guys, be sure to check out Via Hemp Co. VIIAHEMPCO on Instagram. And all of their products, they have a wide range of CBD, Delta 8 THC, and other hemp-derived products that are made to give their customers premium solutions at an affordable cost. Make sure to mention Yuri in your purchase to receive a free gift with your order. Once again, check out Via Hemp Co. for all your holistic needs. We have a bunch of gummies and like vape cartridges and all that shit from them.
The vapes are good.
The vapes are super good and chill. With that shit. The other day, Rylee was giving me a massage, and I was just like smoking the vape while she was rubbing my back. Good. Yeah, it was super chill. And the gummies are really good too. Like late at night when I'm just like playing Fortnite or doing whatever, I'll just fucking start chewing on the gummies. Yeah, just start snacking on them.
Thank you.
But yeah, huge thank you and shout out to Via Hemp Co. Please tap in with them, guys, if you guys want your holistic needs cured at affordable costs. And if you want a free gift, mention me as well. And that's it. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
You guys are the fucking best. Either way, what should we? The last episode was before Thanksgiving, right?
It was Pot Lord.
But that was before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
All right. So I feel like we should talk about Thanksgiving first,
Okay.
or should we talk about serious stuff first?
No, let's do Thanksgiving.
Okay, let's get into Thanksgiving.
First off, happy Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving
gang.
happy Thanksgiving to the fucking Harmonious gang. I hope everyone had a good vacation. If you guys were still working or whatever, or at least hope you guys had a good past couple of days.
Hopefully you guys got the 4-day weekend.
Or usually companies will compensate you with like double pay or like some bonuses like when you work these days. So
got that holiday pay.
Exactly, got that bonus holiday pay. That would be fire too. But yeah, I hope everyone's a holiday or Thanksgiving was good. Rylee and I spent it with my parents and my aunt.
Yeah, last year we spent it with my family, so we had the idea of doing every other year Thanksgiving, and then for Christmas, my family usually celebrates Christmas, but Russian tradition is for New Year's they celebrate like their Christmas kind of thing, correct?
Yeah, so like in my Russian
sounded confusing.
In my Russian culture, Christmas falls on July 6th. No, January 6th or 7th. It's like that's the official Christmas. So some people will celebrate Christmas those days and they'll keep their tree up. That's why a lot of Russians will keep their tree up past the new year until like middle of January sometimes, or even like a week or two. But Russian people open up their presents on New Year's. So like it kind of works out perfectly for Rylee and I because my whole life, even as a kid, like we never celebrated Christmas. Sometimes like I'd be really annoying to my parents, like I want to open up my gifts, I don't want to wait till New Year's. So they would be like, all right, you get 2 gifts, like one on Christmas they'll give me something like small, and then they'll give me something on New Year's that I've been like really wanted or some shit like that. So basically it works out really fucking easy for Rylee and I, where we get to spend Christmas with her family because Americans celebrate fucking Christmas, and then we get to celebrate New Year's with my family.
And Christmas technically.
Yeah, and Christmas technically with my family, and then like we don't have to worry about like not being with our family during special days. But Thanksgiving is the only one where we gotta change. But to be honest,
nice.
Even when we don't do it with my parents, it's like Russians don't really care about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We're from Russia. That's like an American holiday type shit. So
exactly. But your parents like it.
Yeah, they do like it. We've been living here for 25 years, so obviously we're going to fucking celebrate it.
And every time I come to like a Russian like get together or whatever, they have like these beautiful spreads of so many like different types of foods. I like feel like your mom probably really fucks with Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah. Well, Russian people love having get-togethers, and like my mom loves cooking food.
Making the whole I'm telling you, the whole table looks like a table in a movie, like at Hogwarts, where like it's just full of shit, and you just pick up from the plates. It's really cool. I like it.
If you guys follow me on Instagram, I posted it where like the whole fucking what's it called, spread on the table. And we've talked about this before, where in Russian culture it's like a lot of salads, you know, a lot of cold salads, and then there's usually like one hot meal, you know, meat or meal or whatever, but it's usually a bunch of cold salads and potatoes. But always my favorite thing that I always look forward to is the caviar on bread and butter.
Yeah, that's his favorite. His
parents so fucking good, dude.
No,
it's so fire. And it's weird, like no one was eating that shit there. It was like literally only me.
Yeah, because that's your favorite shit.
It's so good. I'm surprised my parents weren't really fucking with it. But to be honest, me and my parents have completely different palates. Like, way different. They love salmon. They
like fish.
They love fish. They love fish. And me, it's like, I fuck with fish, but I can't eat it every day. I really can't.
Not in a soup.
How'd you like your food?
I loved it. The turkey was bomb.
It was super good,
The turkey was
right?
actually juicy.
Yeah, right?
Where it's like, I feel like it's always so dry.
That's what's weird is like, my whole life, before like social media and like watching, you know, a lot of other people's opinions about, you know, shit, like basically because of social media, I never thought that turkey was dry. You know what I mean? Like every Thanksgiving, like I never like I kind of always associated turkey with being juicy, bro. Like I remember hella times I'd be like cutting open the turkey, and as you're cutting it, like juice is literally fucking spilling out of it like a steak type shit.
Right.
Yeah, right. And then all of a sudden, like, it's kind of like a popular take, kind of like how people say, oh, corn candy is whack around Halloween. It's like a popular take to say, oh, turkey sucks, you know what I mean? But like we just eat it because it's Thanksgiving. But like, no, it's fucking good, bro. If you cook it right, that shit ain't gonna be dry. And actually, I love turkey. All throughout the year, what do I eat? Turkey.
The key is hella butter.
You think so?
To keep it juicy. I think so.
Isn't that what I get when I go to Subway? I get turkey, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
that's different. That's like lunch meat.
It's still turkey though.
Yeah, but it's different.
But I fucking love turkey. I'll eat it all the time. And I feel like it's healthier, no?
I love Thanksgiving meal. I love turkey, potatoes, gravy, mac and cheese. I wish I could have made the mac and cheese, but I was too hungover.
Oh, I know, bro. That was fucked up. Riley's like, we're waking up early. Also, like today, Riley's like, we're waking up early, going to Costco, and we're at home all day. Oh, fuck. I need to turn the litter box off. Thank you guys so much for dropping the sub. Hold on, let me turn that off though, just so it doesn't get in the middle of the pod. But either way, it was a fun Thanksgiving. Hope everyone had a good one too.
It was great.
It's chill. It's like I don't know. There's like certain holidays that like give you an excuse to do nothing, and like you get to enjoy it. You know what I mean? You're like, I get to just like, fuck it. Right now you're supposed to chill and do nothing.
I honestly just like the simplicity of hanging out with your family.
Yeah.
Like just like,
that's what I'm saying.
As corny as it sounds, like just chilling with your family and off of our phones and like just talking to each other was like so nice and fun. And like when we were all just like working out, because your dad built a gym in his room.
Yeah,
and
we're
like,
all
we're
just
like talking and like fucking around with it. It was like, that's so nice that we can all do that with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Get to, you know?
I remember even when I lived with my parents, like never, maybe fucking like once a year I would go into the fucking living room and play cards or checkers with them or some shit like that. But I would never just sit there in the living room and just talk with them and like fuck around, like, you know, and all that, and like just share our opinions about shit. And yeah, dude, it's like, it gives you like a nice excuse just to like sit there and talk and chill. But what's annoying is Joe Rogan posted about this too, is like how fucking these, you can't even say political, but these like kind of like popular arguments are being brought to the fucking tables of family gatherings, like fucking vaccinations and fucking political takes and all this shit. And you're like, bro, why? You know what I mean? Like, why talk about this now? You know what I mean? Like, if you already feel a certain way about it, let them be. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I hold that mentality where it's like, as long as you're not like holding some crazy ass philosophy where you're fucking like murdering fucking people or some shit like that, it's like, you can think whatever you want to. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't give a fuck. It's like, I'm willing to, even like, if you're a chill person, I'm willing to conversate and even like pick your brain and learn a little bit more about what the fuck you're saying, you know what I mean? But it's like, I don't know, it's weird. I hate that shit. I can only imagine 4 years ago or 5 years ago during the Trump shit. I remember people were posting like, I'm disowning half my family or my whole family because they're voting for Trump, and it's just like, wow, really, dude?
I just feel very lucky that most of my family is not judgmental and doesn't really care and is not for the most part, isn't going to put their 2 cents in unless they feel like it's really, really necessary. Like, don't get me wrong, I do have family members who don't keep it chill and like will tell you like it is, but for the most part, my family doesn't do that to me. Luckily, they like I think they know that I want to be my own person, so they let me be. And I feel like most of the time your family does that for you too.
Yeah, that's true. But also, I also like I'm with the thing where like, just because someone thinks a certain way, like I said, unless they're fucking being weird to the people around them, like I'm not gonna fucking separate them from me. You know what I mean? Like I remember during hella different family meetings where my sisters would like have different boyfriends, and we would like go to their families, and they would tell me like, oh, my aunt's hella like this, or oh, yo, my uncle, if he tells you this, he's just like that. You know what I mean? And you just hear that, and you're like, okay, whatever, and you just realize like his uncle's like that. You know what I mean? Like, or her aunt's is just she's like that. Who cares? Whatever. Fuck. You just leave it be. You're not gonna sit there and go like, you're wrong. This is what it is because da. It's like you're just wasting your time, dude. Like that's so dumb, bro.
Exactly.
Just try to fucking build some common ground, and and that's it. And enjoy your time.
It's your family at the end of the day, so.
Yeah, exactly, and it's your family at the end of the day too, as well.
But I feel that it's annoying when that shit happens.
I know those random conversations.
The dramatic conversations.
And you just like fuck.
The debates.
All right.
But it was fun. Love Thanksgiving. Can't wait for Christmas. Hope it's about to fly by.
I know, that's the thing, dude. Like once Halloween comes, you're like, oh fuck, Thanksgiving then Christmas. But it still feels like it's a minute away. And
no, it's like literally, it's already been like 4 days since Thanksgiving, and we still haven't gotten a tree. We don't have any decorations.
That's what I'm telling you.
We don't have any presents. Like,
that's what I'm telling you.
It's gonna fly by.
We're not even gonna.
We're less. There's less than a month away from Christmas or 2. I'm too drunk.
We have less than a month left until Christmas.
Yes.
Until
less than a month left until Christmas.
Until is the word you were looking for.
Yes.
But you're right, dude. I told you that Rylee and I wanted to set up our Halloween shit 2 months before Halloween even started, so we can have 2 months of like, it's Halloween. But now we're gonna have less than a month of enjoying it. We have nothing to show it's Christmas except our background.
Exactly.
God damn it.
We still have the Halloween set up. Damn near.
No, we got all that stuff off.
Just kidding.
We have the Tokidoki. Shout out to them.
Yeah,
but
that ain't never going away.
we need to fucking set our shit up. That's it. Tomorrow, I don't care how late it's gonna be. You can go to sleep. You can do whatever. I'm gonna drink like 2 rock stars. I'm gonna get off work, come home, and start setting shit up.
I come downstairs to a winter wonderland. You like cut out personal space.
Oh, so you're not gonna help? Wow, that's crazy. You're just gonna be upstairs watching the makeup guy.
I wake up in the morning, get my coffee, and it's like a winter wonderland.
And I'm just like all dead, asleep on the floor.
Yeah, you're all tucked.
You know what's funny? Rylee watches this fucking dude on YouTube who like he does makeup while he's telling stories or talking about shit.
Shout out Manny MUA.
Manny MUA. And Riley's like, he does makeup so good, so good. Like he's such a good makeup doer. And I was like looking at it and I was like, even men are better than women at doing makeup and talking about stories. Because that's such a girl thing to do. I remember my sister, when I was a kid, my sisters would be in front of the mirror doing their makeup and just fucking blabbing for hours to each other. Just all day.
See, I can't do that because it takes me too long. Or it takes me too long when my mouth is shut.
You could focus and shit. That's a talent to multitask like that, right?
Fuck, I just can't do that.
And it takes a man to do it.
He's hilarious. He's just hilarious. And okay, first of all, there's so many women doing it.
I know.
You're right though, because the top ones, 2 of the top ones.
Fucking
3 of the top ones
are dudes.
James Charles, Jeffree Star, and Manny MUA are all dudes.
And guess who won Woman of the Year without even being woman for a year? A dude.
Oh God, she shall not be named.
So men, we can take anything over, bro. Honestly, once the first guy,
I'm not giving you that credit.
Once the first dude gets a womb sewn inside his body, and it's an official, actual, no tricks, no nothing. This is official dude who got a womb sewn inside of his body, and he gives birth. He's probably gonna be like, that wasn't no biggie. I did it, no problemo.
I watch Manny for the entertainment. I honestly watch the guys for the entertainment because they're the funny gay guys.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Like your funny gay best friend.
Yeah, that's true.
And then for my girls, it's just like they're good bomb-ass makeup artist.
Why are...
But Manny is a bomb-ass.
This might be a kind of a stereotype, so let me know if I'm wrong, but why does it seem like how... Well, why does it seem that gay guys are usually super good at roasting and are super funny?
Because they have to be quick-witted. Because
they're usually hella quick-witted. They're like, man, your shoes are...
Exactly. You can't fucking fuck with them.
They're like hella quick with it. Exactly.
They're like, honey, no. That's what I fucking love. Yeah.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny is I remember when I was a kid growing up, like skating around the streets and shit. Like sometimes we would go to certain spots and there would be like a homeless dude like sleeping on the spot or sleeping on the ledge we want to skate or like getting in the way, and we'd be like, "Yo, dude, like we're skating the spot. Can you get out the way?" Or like or something like that. And a lot of times they'd just be like, "Yo, yeah, my bad." A lot of people like fuck with skateboarding, so a lot of times they'd be like, "Yeah, my bad, blah blah." Dude, whenever it was what's the politically correct word? I don't want to get canceled, but whenever we'd go to a spot and there was like a homeless transgender person and we were like, "Yo, we're trying to skate the spot, can you move?" They'd be like, "Fuck you, like get out of here." And we'd be like, "Oh shit," like, and I had hella experiences like that where like they're hella aggressive. And I remember talking about it with my friend one day, and he was telling me, he's like it's because the homeless dudes who are transgenders, like they have to deal with a lot of people fucking with them, so they have to learn how to be protective and aggressive to like be able to protect themselves. Like they're not frail, you know what I mean? They're not like, oh okay, whatever. Like they deal with a lot of shit, so they know how to fucking deal with it, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh damn, that makes sense, because I did deal with a lot of that stuff where you're like, "Yo, I'm trying to skate, fuck you, get out of here." You're like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah. Should we talk about something that it's sad news? It just popped. I saw it earlier today in the morning. I saw a lot of people talking about it in the chat. R.I.P. Virgil Abloh.
R.I.P.
From Off-White. Honestly, that was so unexpected and crazy. Why does it always happen in the mornings, dude? Maybe it's because I sleep till 1 p.m.
It's the first thing that pops out.
It's weird. It's like you wake up.
It happened yesterday, and then the news surfaced today.
Yeah. But I remember with XXX Tentacion, wake up, check my phone. Oh, damn. Today. Yeah. Like all of them. Actually, no, Lil Peep was actually like, I remember when Lil Peep happened. It was like around 8 or 9 p.m. I was smoking with my homie.
Really?
I was smoking with my homie around 8 or 9 p.m. And then, actually, no, I was smoking by myself in a parking lot around like 8 or 9 p.m. I was like going to smoke and go home. My homie calls me and he's like, "Yo, did you see, because we know Smoke a Sack or whatever," and he's like, "Did you see what Smoke a Sack posted?" And this is before media outlets had even posted it. This is before TMZ had posted or anything like that. Like, my homie calls me, he's like, "Did you see what Smoke a Sack posted?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Go look at his IG or Twitter or whatever it was." I look at it and it was like a whole post about how Lil Peep had passed, and I was like, no way. I was like, what the fuck? But today in the morning, I just wake up and I check my phone. I'm like, no way, dude. It's like so hard to believe, bro. But it's so crazy how he apparently passed away from a rare cancer and no one knew about it. Well, like there's people close, to him in his life that probably knew about it. His like family and shit like that. But that's so crazy.
I know.
There's like no signs of it either, right? Like I wonder if he was refusing treatment. Some people they don't
want to do chemo
because it's arguable that sometimes chemo is worse.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're better off just saying, "Fuck it, I'll just die from this shit" than that shit. So it's
I know, it's like, fuck, do you want to go through like
when you see people
that, like, you literally aren't the same. You're throwing up all day long. Everything hurts. Like,
yeah. When you see people,
like, you don't have that. It's not a fucking guarantee.
Exactly, and it's not a guarantee at all, and it's gonna damage you more. And it's like whenever you see people with like bald heads and looking frail and the sunken in eyes, and like people associate that with cancer. That's not what cancer does. Cancer, you won't even notice it. Yeah. You just start feeling sick and like slow, and the kind of you don't have enough energy, and like one day you just die. All those physical effects are chemo, dude. Yeah. It's like. So that's probably that's why we didn't see anything on him, is because I'm pretty sure he wasn't doing or maybe he's rich as hell, dude. So he had the connections for the best doctors in the world, I bet.
Who knows?
But they said it was a rare cancer.
I'm sure more information's gonna come out and stuff.
I wonder.
I felt like I thought people knew he had cancer. Like, for some reason, I thought it was already known that he was like fighting cancer.
Really?
For some reason, like, I had already thought that about him.
No,
That he had that.
I had no idea. I didn't hear anything about that.
I don't know why.
But it's like it's crazy when people do this. Like I forgot. I was trying to remember the skateboarder's name. Popular skateboarder. He passed away from leukemia like a while ago. God damn, I can't remember his name. But same thing there. He was silent about it. No one knew about it. There was like documentaries came out later, where the interviews came out later, where like some of his closest friends were like, I didn't even know about it. He never even talked about it. Wow. You know what I mean? Like he didn't tell no one. Only his friends and family knew. And it's because he didn't want that public sympathy. He didn't want people going like, oh no, like blah blah, all that stuff. It's like yeah, I can understand that. You know what I mean? He just wanted to be like fucking normal or whatever.
Yeah, left alone.
And same thing with Keith Huffingale. He passed away from brain cancer. And like a year before he passed away, he had just did a 9 Club interview, and he seemed perfectly fine. He didn't talk about it at all. He was talking about future business ideas, talking about all this stuff, and then he passed away from brain cancer. And then they said like, oh, we all knew about it. His family said like, we knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, life is fucking too short, and it can happen anytime. So
honestly, I kind of like the idea of keeping it a secret, because like the media, and like when I say the media, it's like it's kind of like I would say any news program that's like that has private funders like Fox 11, NBC, all these news programs, like dude, look at their studios. Those are $1 million fucking studios, bro. They got crazy big investors. They got like people who are putting money into this shit, and the people who are putting money into this shit, like they could tell them what to say, all that type of stuff. I don't know. It's like very, very, very corrupt. But like that type of media, like they're so quick to fucking Virgil Abloh has cancer. You know what I mean? Like they're so quick to make a buck off that. And it's like it's kind of like a slap in their face. Like fuck you guys. You couldn't fucking make no money off me until I passed away type shit. I kind of like that. You know?
I like that too.
Like
keep it within your family.
And like not give people the opportunity to fucking like I don't know, profit off your fucking misfortune. Yeah. You know what I mean? H3 recently did in this podcast was talking about what's her name, Wendy Williams, and how she exposed she exposed that Method Man's wife had cancer, and Method Man was like, he's like, we weren't telling no one. He's like, there was family members we haven't even told yet. And he's like, Wendy Williams went on her show live and exposed the fact that my wife had cancer when we were keeping it a secret, and like she had her brothers and sisters didn't even know. They had to find out through Wendy Williams. And he's like, that's so fucked up that you think this is content, that you want to talk about this when this is a fucking secret. You know what I mean? She's probably thinking like, I got that juicy take no one knows about. I'm gonna fucking expose the fact that she has cancer. And it's like, oh, sick. Now this lady has to deal with that, and her family has to deal with it. It's fucking crazy, bro. It's just like, I kind of like, I feel like, I'm not sure if that's the reason why he did it, but I feel like that's a good side product, because the media doesn't get to take advantage of your misfortune, you know? Yeah. Which they do all the time. And it's like, people can argue that's what we're doing right now just by talking about it, but, you know, it's just a topic.
Yeah, quick RIP. Because I don't really know too much about him, but...
I don't know too much about him either.
Or the brand, but it is very sad.
I did see on Instagram that all of his gear, all of his Off-White stuff and everything he's ever made is like going up in price like crazy.
Oh,
like
yeah, I bet.
There's shoes that have gone up like $1,200, $600. There's like one pair of shoes that he made that are $10,000 now, that because he fucking touched them or whatever. But I don't know. That's fucking insane, dude. R.I.P. Condolences to his family and all his fucking close friends and anyone that's fucking worked with him. But I it's like, yeah, it's crazy. I wonder if Louis Vuitton knew. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if he had to tell them like to plan ahead. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm not gonna be here soon, type shit. You know, I wonder if they knew about it. You know?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm sure like more information's gonna come out.
Yeah. You know what I was thinking about though? It had me really thinking is like, this is kind of like. One message you can see in this right here is this is a guy who had reached his fucking pinnacle of goals. Not only does he was like a fashion designer, right? That was like what he was into. That's what he wanted to do. He had created a brand that was like already known as like a high value, you know what I mean? Like a like fashion brand, like close to Louis Vuitton, like Off-White. It's super expensive. Like people compare it to like, you know, Balenciaga and all this other shit. Not only did he have his own brand that's like super pop and successful, but he was a designer for Louis Vuitton, which is like, that's like a, you you know, imagine how blessed you must feel to be like a designer and be a designer for one of like the biggest fashion brands in the world.
Yeah.
It's like, this is a guy who probably accomplished a lot of his goals that he had in his life, even probably past them. He's on top of the world, but you can't buy health. You know what I mean? Like, you can have anything, you can have all that. He has everything he probably possibly wanted in the world, but you can't buy fucking health at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, that could still be taken away from you, even though you got everything you could possibly want.
Yep.
It literally is. It's like, what else could you ask for?
And that's like the shit that you can't even like know about. Like, you can't even like manage yourself in a realistic way.
What do you mean?
Like, the fact that he had cancer, like, that's just a natural, like...
Oh, yeah, you can't control that.
Yeah, you can't control that. That's what I mean.
Yeah, it's fucked up. And it said rare cancer. Just, bro.
You never know.
And, I don't know. What's one thing that's, like... People always say, like, oh, so young. You know what I mean? Like, he still had a long life ahead of him. And that's true. But then sometimes I always think, like, when people pass away, like, you know, in unfortunate, like, crazy circumstances like that, I always just think, like, at least we're in this time of age now where people get to live that old. You know what I mean? Like, Rylee and I, we talked about this before, where we started getting into these, or I started watching these, like, cemetery videos where people would do, like, vlogs and tours of cemeteries. And once you get into the older cemeteries, the 1800s, like, you know, before 1900s, you start seeing fucking, like, tons of children's graves. Like, you see mom and dad, and then you see like 10 children's graves, and a lot of them are like 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, like, you know, like below the ages of 10. And it just shows you that, like, dude, a lot of people did not make it to an old age back in the day at all. You know what I mean? Like, you'd be so lucky to make it now. And then but now it's like kind of like you just expect it. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, I should make it to 75. I should be in my 80s or some shit like that. You just gotta be blessed and happy.
You gotta be blessed.
Just appreciate shit, you know what I mean? I don't know. What else? It's so weird. I don't know. It's like, I feel like there's like different stages of your life too. I feel like planning ahead and worrying about the future can be super important when you're a kid and when you're in your early 20s and stuff like that. But learning to forgive and forget and enjoy the moment and kind of not, you know, ponder on things too much is probably a thing you got to learn later on in life. You know what I mean? Where you're just like, fuck it, dude. Like, I'm just trying to, like, have a good day. You know what I mean? At least today's a good day type shit.
You learn lessons more as you mature, so.
100%.
Everybody's just living life. Living life, learning lessons every day.
But either way, R.I.P. to fucking Virgil Abloh.
You just got to be lucky and blessed.
Yeah, exactly. It's so weird. People always become more religious when they get older too. They're always just like, "Thank God I reached this age. Thank God I reached this age." It's so easy to be fucking like an atheist when you're a kid or when you're young. You're like, "Fuck God. God doesn't exist." But then when you're like 50 and you see so many people pass away from all these random things, and you're like, "Why? How am I still alive?" You know what I mean? You're like, "How the fuck did I make it to this age?" You know what I mean? At that point, you're like, thank God, like, how the fuck I made it. It's like,
even at this mid-age, when you're starting to see more people pass away at this like weird mid-age, and it's just like becoming more regular and normal, like older people in your family, or just seeing your whole family get older, like, it's a fucking trip.
Yeah.
You know?
And I remember when I was a kid, my sisters are 7 years older than me, and I remember when I was a kid, and I wasn't even a kid at this point, but when I was like younger, my sisters were like around my age now. So they were like 26, 27. I must have been like 19, 20. My sisters were telling me, like, this is a crazy time of life. Like, we see a lot of friends passing away and like all this stuff. And I remember my sisters telling me that, and I was thinking, like, damn, that's scary. That's crazy. And here we are. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's weird. It's like, it feels like every day, dude, you see another celebrity or something new happening, someone new passing away, some shit going on. It's crazy. Something's in the air. COVID.
Don't say that.
Really? This yeah, whatever. Guess I have nothing else to say about that. While I roll this joint, are you down to get into the next topic?
Oh my God.
Because you know more about this shit than I do for sure.
No, I don't. Not really.
I just have my strong opinions about it.
Anywho, was it the weekend or like
this
the past couple days?
Week.
I guess the past
Less
couple
than
days.
a week, I feel like.
Kanye West posts like, did he post like a screenshot of the Twitter?
I don't know what he did. TMZ had posted saying, Kanye says that God will. I think
bring him and Kim back together.
Yeah, exactly. So Kanye wants to get back with Kim.
But I think he posted on like his story, like a TMZ article saying that. I don't know what it was, but
it was like discreet or something.
Pretty much he's saying that because lately she's been posted with fucking Pete Davidson.
Which is so random, dude. What is the age difference between them?
I don't think it's that much. Let me look it up, but she obviously went on Saturday Night Live, and it was, like, super crazy. Like, she went hella viral with it. And he's in Saturday Night Live, so I'm assuming they hit it off and shit. But a lot of people are saying, like, this is just a cover-up kind of Hollywood thing. Like, they're just trying to get, like, shit talk, like...
Publicity
because she's starting a Skims men's line.
Oh.
And I think he's going to be a model for it.
Ah, okay. And then they're gonna be at the end like, oh, we're not dating. I was just a model. We were just hanging out.
What's with this hickey thing?
Oh yeah, I know. Maybe that's just like another level troll. But this is something everyone was saying, that Kanye is gonna want to get back with Kim, and bro, Kanye just looks insane at this point, bro. I swear, that photo of him with those Balenciaga boots and the wife beater on, like I just try to think, like, what goes on in that mind on a daily basis? You know what I mean? Like, does he ever just think, like, I just want to chill? You know what I mean? Like, I just want to kick it in, like, or do something like this. I don't know. I feel like he's always doing something crazy.
Pete Davidson is 28.
He's a year older than me.
That's like
me dating Kim Kardashian.
I know.
I don't think she would do that.
He looks so much older.
She has what, 5 kids?
And she's 41.
She has 5 kids, right?
North, Psalm, Chicago.
North, South, West, East.
And what's the other one?
4. 5?
There's another boy. 4.
There's 4. Damn, dude. Pete Davidson has
Sainty.
He's gonna have a big family if he fucking enters that relationship. Imagine taking over fucking 4 kids and the Kanye West kids.
I'm sure it's not real.
Oh my god, you know that beef that happens between stepdads and real dads, where the stepdad's like, I'm trying to be a parent and I'm trying to set these rules, and the kid might be like, oh, you're not my real dad, but like they kind of have to listen because stepdad.
Oh, stepdad.
Yeah, like, you know how like there's those conflicts where like the kid might go to the dad and be like, my stepdad's stripping, making me do homework, thinks he's my real dad, and stepdad's like, he ain't your real dad, like, he can't tell your rules. But you go back home and your mom's like, that's your new dad, you gotta listen, like, type shit. It's like, imagine that happens between Pete Davidson and Kanye West. Like, Pete's trying to make the kids become comedians,
like, yeah,
and Kanye like wants them to be fashion designers. He's like, no more jokes, look at this color.
But Pete says
bro, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see them fucking being together, but it's just crazy how like Kim Kardashian, anything she does, bro,
it goes viral.
If she farts in public,
everybody was saying, like, you can't just give Courtney her moment because she's dating Travis Barker, who's like a white guy with hella tattoos.
How long is that? You said that's been going on forever.
Yeah, they've been dating for like over a year.
I saw that not too long ago, and I was like, wow, this is a new relationship. And you're like, babe, this has been a thing like for years. But no, you're saying why she need a moment if it's been a thing for years?
Because she just got engaged. He just finally proposed to her.
Oh, that's such a random
couple, too. And then now she's with him. It just seems weird. And Kim's not known for being with white guys.
Honestly, you know what I feel like the celebrity thing is? It's like when you're in a classroom, when you're in high school, and like imagine your high school, like you had the same teacher and the same classmates for all periods, right? And then like every day you're in that same classroom, like eventually kids are going to start dating one another and doing all this thing. And then like, oh, Bobby dated Jessica, but I like Jessica. I don't care that Bobby dated her. I'm dating Jessica now. And then like that, you know, there's like all these like different things going. I feel like that's what being a celebrity is like in Hollywood. Like your pool of selection of rich, successful people is like so tiny that like people just start cross mingling. Eventually you have no more options. You know what I mean? Like Kim Kardashian doesn't want to date some random dude in the middle of nowhere, struggling to pay for his apartment.
No, it's just funny that she has the same aesthetic type of guy
what do you mean?
Courtney has. Because Courtney's dating like this white tall guy with hella tattoos, and Pete Davidson's a white tall guy with hella tattoos.
I'm not a white tall guy with hella tattoos.
You're not dating the Kardashians.
Yeah, but you said you have a huge crush on Pete Davidson.
So?
I look nothing like him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I
Every
think
time
it was my
I
celebrity crush.
So tall guys with tattoos.
No! Oh my god! Really, dude?
Comedians.
No. It's just, oh my god, whatever. You said that you had all these other fucking celebrity crushes that look nothing like me, like random ass old ladies.
Oh, who are you talking
All
about?
these random girls from
from Liar Liar. Oh, she's
old...
hot. You gotta admit.
She's literally like 40 something in that movie.
Now she might be 40 something. I feel like in that movie she was like our age, like 27 or something like that, or my age.
Relax. Jeez.
Either way, I don't know. I think it's cap as well. I don't think it's fucking real. I don't think. Why?
You just ruin everything.
What? I ruin everything?
Yes.
What? How did I ruin it? It was
because that's just so why do you have to do that shit? Anywho, I need to go pee so you can start talking. Smoke your joint.
Wow. I don't believe it. I don't believe that they're together. I don't believe they're in love. I don't think there's any sparks flying. You neither, right? Yeah, that's what you were saying earlier. Where are you going?
I gotta go pee.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to the other thing. All right. Let's just get into the fucking next topic. I know Rylee has a couple of things written that I don't, but next thing, dude. I'm sure you guys have been seeing this, but what's crazy is like I'm like keeping up with the shit like on a daily basis. A lot of the stuff. Oops, sorry guys. I'll have friends come over and I'll tell them like, have you seen this new snatch and grab? Have you seen this new robbery? Have you seen this? And like a lot of people, surprisingly, like I feel like everyone knows about these things, but a lot of people don't know about the shit going on. Bro, for anyone that doesn't, snatch it, like remember when we were having all those protests all around the country, and like there were certain groups of people taking advantage of those protests. They were taking advantage of the hecticness by looting and robbing stores. Well, now starting like about a month ago, this shit has fucking started again without the cover of the fucking of the protest. Basically, groups of fucking people are like starting to loot stores like crazy. And just to give you guys like kind of like a timeline, because I've been keeping up with the shit, like I've been talking about this for like 5 or 6 months already. I've been keeping up with the news in Oakland and fucking New York and Florida and in LA. Like I've been watching all these different news channels, like daily videos. Like I'm watching all their fucking daily posts. They're hella short, like 2 minutes long. So it's like really easy to keep up with all this shit. And honestly, it does give you that effect where you're like, it just gives you hella anxiety and you're just thinking like the world is a crazy big scary place. But starting like maybe a couple months ago, I was telling Rylee, I was like, dude, these catalytic converter, can you grab me one beer please? These catalytic converter thefts are like getting out of control. Like everyone's already known that people stole catalytic converters. It's like a car part that's connected to your smog. Thieves will cut it out with a saw, and you can sell that part for money or whatever. And it's like really quick and easy way for thieves to make money. It's always been a thing, especially up in Oakland, but maybe 4 or 5 months ago, it started getting to this new crazy level where like so many people were getting their catalytic converters stolen that when they were going to auto mechanic shops saying like, hey, I need to get my shit replaced, they were like saying like, oh, so many people, they're having like a backup of parts because so many people had to get their shit replaced. The auto mechanic was like, oh, you're gonna have to wait a month, you're gonna have to wait 2 months, and people are stuck without cars. It started with the catalytic converter shit. It started evolving into the car break-ins. I'm pretty sure some people have already seen how the car break-ins in San Francisco have gone to a new level where people are not waiting for nighttime. People are literally just driving up in their cars, going up a street, just smashing every single car and just taking their bags out. There's crazy videos of people following cameramen like around the streets, and then once they hit a red light, they'll just jump out the car, smash the back window, grab their camera bag, and then jump in the car and drive away. Like all thefts have been like going insane, but it started with the catalytic converter shit, started going crazy with the car break-ins, and then it's evolved to this looting thing now, where like the criminals realized, why are we wasting our time risking stealing catalytic converters and doing all this other stuff when we can literally just walk into stores and security guards are legally not allowed to apprehend you. Like security guards are allowed to get in your way and say, stop, let that bag go, but they can't hold you by your shirt, and they can't fucking just like force you or like, you know, stop you from leaving or whatever. But it's gone to this new insane level where it's basically, it's like a new epidemic, dude, of thievery.
I know. It's fucking scary. It's happening everywhere.
That's
not just in LA.
Oh, in Oakland. Well, yeah, well, not just in LA either, but that's what I was gonna say is like a lot of the videos I was watching, it was all stemming around Oakland, Chinatown, up north in the Bay Area, right? And then you start seeing the crazy lootings where they started hitting jewelry stores. They hit like 2 jewelry stores. They hit hella Nordstrom's. And then the first couple videos I was watching with Rylee, they would say like group of 8 people, group of 9 people. And then once the Nordstrom shit started happening, it was like group of 50 people. And then we see in LA in Topanga Mall, they said like group of 90 people or some shit like that. The groups are getting bigger and bigger every time. And honestly, this is something Rylee and I were wondering too, is like, are people traveling from up north, or are they traveling from the Bay Area down here to continue the looting? Or are people down here starting to realize like, oh, we can do this too. Why are we not doing this? And they're fucking saying, fuck it, we're going to try this shit as well, you know?
I definitely think it's people just seeing how easy it is on the news, and like the fact that the news just keeps reiterating that it's easy to get away with this, so people just keep doing
exactly.
it. Doing it.
You know what's funny though?
Near every single day, we just wake up to a new video.
Every time Rylee walks in here and I'm showing her like rolling up a joint or like watching the thing, it's always, I'm like, babe, watch this. It's always like a new looting video. She's like, oh my god.
It's like, I don't even want to fucking shop anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. It's literally making people want to stay home, which is something the news also tells people to do all the time, is stay home, don't go out, stay home, don't go out. And now all this shit's happening. But what I was gonna say is, I saw this video recently where the news is saying, who do we place the blame on? Do we place the blame on police for not making enough arrests, or do we place the blame on the district attorneys who are not locking these people up? You know what I mean? And honestly, in my opinion, to be frank, it's with the district attorneys, because like in a recent video I watched, it was like covering the police statistics about arrests, and the police, and in the statistics it says that in the Bay Area, one police department arrested 14 people like 3+ times for breaking into cars and stealing catalytic converters. So they got caught 3 times already, plus more. One of the dudes they got caught, and out of the 14 people, a lot of them had warrants. They had, previous arrests. They had all this other shit. One of the people they had arrested was arrested previously 18+ times for the same crime, dude. And it's not a thing where you're saying, oh, it's actually kind of a mixture where, like, not right now, due to mandates and stuff like that, we're losing a lot of officers on the street. A lot of officers, they just are quitting their jobs. They're fucking going for early retirement just because the stigma of being an officer right now. A lot of people hate you. A lot of people just don't want to be a cop right now at all. And so we don't have as many officers on the street. But then also, we know that California has this thing where all the woke people are like, oh, don't fucking charge people for nonviolent crimes. And there are many examples where that is true. You want me to? Oh, you got it.
I got it.
There are many examples where that's true. It's like, people are getting charged crazy amount of years, and they're getting in all this trouble for simple nonviolent crimes that like are very petty. But in a lot of cases, it's like, dude, when it's your 3rd time getting caught for breaking into a car, you need at least a year, bro, or some shit like that. Learn your fucking lesson. Stop doing it. You know what I mean? But at this point, California's like, you didn't use a gun or a knife. You know what I mean? You just stole less than $1,000. Oh, you shouldn't be in jail. So people are literally getting.
Not only that, but it's like the more they get away with it, it's like, what other crimes are they about to commit?
Exactly.
Like, what worse crimes are they about to commit? They just keep getting away with shit. They're gonna be like, psh.
Everyone knows this. It's like, if you're a person who is a store owner or something like that, it's like, if you call the cops are like, what did they do? Did they break the law? Oh, they're just being a nuisance? Sorry. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. Oh, did they hurt you? Oh, nah. Cops are only going to show up once it's too late.
Yeah.
At this point. It's like, they're only going to show up when someone's dead, when someone's shot, when someone's injured. You know what I mean? Like, and that's it. They're not going to come around before that, basically. It's crazy. But it's literally a thing where California is like, dude, people are no longer getting in trouble. Criminals are understanding that, why the fuck am I not? Why? I have nothing to worry about. What? Spend a night in jail and then just get let out, and then you could do the same thing again, and then you can make enough money to pay your fucking bail fees and all that stuff, no problem. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's it's like a cycle. You know, there's so many causes and effects, and people want to blame one another, but it's like everyone together is fucking up simultaneously, bro. Like the whole world, all of.
It's like, what's the solution?
I don't know. Rylee and I were kind of talking about this. We're kind of talking about this the other day, where I feel like, the other day, I started watching these old cop videos. It's like you know the show Cops, where they just like follow cops around as they're arresting people and pulling people over or whatever. I started like going back to Cops, or like different versions of that show from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and then I found this one version from the 90s that was in West Hollywood, like where I grew up, around all the streets and shit. I grew up skating, and when I was watching those episodes of Cops, I was like surprised. I was like, dude, these cops, as soon as they see a homeless dude sleeping in a park, they rush over and pull him over. Like as soon as they see something off in public, they bring their attention to it. You know what I mean? Maybe they are hyping up their work for the show to make it seem like cops do a lot of work and stuff like that. But even when I was a kid in the early 2000s, you never seen like shit like this at all, dude. And there's tons of people who are much older than us, who are like in their 40s and 50s, and are saying like, hey, we've always had crime in Oakland, we've always had crime in LA, but we've never seen shit like this before. This is another level. You know what I mean? And Rylee and I were talking about this the other day, where I feel like in America, it's just not a thing to take pride in your work anymore. You know what I mean? Like if you work for, like if you're a police officer or like a librarian, or if you work in any of these jobs where you have like a certain position, I feel like America, as like the American culture compared to other, you know, countries' cultures, like we don't take pride in our work. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like that shows everywhere. We're gonna talk about the Turpin thing too, but that goes to the people who have to look after foster kids. It goes to the people that have to look after money for people who need money. It's like to the police officers, to the people who make the rules. Like no one really cares at all anymore in America. And you could say that for the rest of the world too, but like it really just seems like there's no more accountability anywhere at all, you know?
Even in every store you go to. I mean, not every single person, but a lot of employees, like at fast food restaurants, they just fucking hate their job.
Yeah.
And like,
and it's
you can
like,
just tell, like,
you can have a lot of arguments for why you would hate that job. You know, they're underpaid and it's like not great working circumstances sometimes, but it's like yeah, it's like in other countries, people take pride in their jobs no matter what that job is. They're like, yep, that's what I do, and like I do it well. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you don't see that in America much.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, there shouldn't be excuse for not having work, you know?
Especially right now, dude. Yeah, we were talking about that as well. Is like the crime is up like crazy, and you know some people might argue like, oh, people need to make money, they're suffering. You know, a lot of people don't have money right now. But dude, look around. Everywhere you look, it says Help wanted, all positions available. Help wanted, all positions available. I recently came across this YouTube channel where it's a guy who does framing videos, where he just he builds framings for houses. It's like the wood structure that you fucking put all the layers on top for a house or whatever. And in one of his videos, he was talking about how how that job market is hella empty right now. Like no young dudes want to get into physical labor, because honestly you can't blame them, because that's what I did, dude. I was working with my dad installing refrigerators, and like, you know, after 8 hours or 10 hours of hard work, maybe I can go home with like $150 for the day of like breaking my backs, breaking sweats, risking injuries, you know, wearing out my muscles, like all this stuff. Like I got to this point where I was like, dude, like I'd rather focus on my YouTube channel and stuff like that. And it's true. It's like, you know what I mean? Like I can make more money, it's like through the internet, than doing physical labor with my dad. You know what I mean? And it's like a lot of other dudes are realizing this. And that whole job market's hella open right now, dude. It's like if you want to become a construction worker, steel worker, anything with physical labor, that shit's fucking beyond open. And also the dude in that video was talking about how like it's not a thing where you go in there making minimum wage, bro. If you're going into a construction job doing framing, they're paying you good money. And then also it's like if you start your own business, start becoming a handyman, start working for people privately, you can pull in $100K a year easily. You know what I mean? Doing that type of shit. Just no one wants to do that physical labor right now. The whole physical labor job market's huge. It's open. Working in restaurants is huge and open right now. It's like the job market's open. It's not bad. You know what I mean? Like you can find a job if you wanted to.
This is where they need to help assist the fucking homeless issue and start fucking helping people get jobs.
That's true.
Ridiculous.
But we all know that the homeless issue is heavily tied in with mental health and drug issues.
But if they should get a clear. There should be like a way to get some clearance where they're like there's a lot of people who are homeless and can't get a job, but are very smart.
That's true. I wonder how big. I wonder how big of a percentage that is, because I also know that a lot of homeless people, they in interviews they will say like, I'm disabled, I can't work. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a veteran, I can't work. I'm you know, it's like I feel like a lot of those people on the streets are just failed by the government, where they're not given their retirement money or enough veteran money to be able to support themselves, and they're like, I physically can't work, and I don't make enough money from the government. I'm stuck on the street. You know what I mean?
I just wish there was a solution.
I know the country's too big. When we were talking to Allison about Switzerland, it's like that. It's such a small country that they can take care of all their people, and you're like, wow, it sounds like such a sick place. But America's just too big, dude.
Right.
Like, but also money's mishandled. We have more than enough money. I would say so.
Definitely.
It's kind of like Rylee and I were watching the Hunger Games yesterday. And in the Hunger Games,
finally showed Yuriy this movie he's never seen before.
Yeah, I've never watched the Hunger Games,
and
but
he was hating at first.
I wasn't hating.
You were not trying to watch it, but did you like it?
I did like it. It was a good movie.
I knew.
But you know what I was gonna point out is like there's like 12 districts, right? And they're all like separated by wealth and how poor they are. District 12 is like
the poorest district.
Oh, the poorest district, and district 1 is like the richest, right? And then District 12, they're like, if they see bread, they're like, what? Like, you got bread? Like, they're so hyped on it. But then
they eat squirrels.
They eat squirrels. But then the whole Hunger Games, like, their production, they got all these machines that do all this stuff. Like, the amount of money, like, I know it's a fantasy world, but just think about the amount of money they had to spend on making that whole Coliseum, like all that railway. Like, they spent so much money on the Hunger Games that they could have used all that money just to make sure that everyone's fed equally. You know what I mean? And that's literally what's going on in the world right now, where it's like there's so much excess wealth that, like, I bet you Elon...
I think that's the subliminal message that she wanted to write within the book too, you know?
But that's something Elon Musk pointed out too recently, where I forgot who, someone said like, oh, Elon Musk got enough money in the world to cure hunger, right? And Elon Musk like replied to the tweet. He's like, show me a foolproof plan on how you can use my money to feed every mouth in the world, and I'll give you all the money I have. And he never got a response back, because you can donate $1 billion to the Red Cross. You can donate $60 billion to the Red Cross and to every organization in the world, and there's still going to be hungry people, because there's going to be people in those organizations driving Range Rovers, Ferraris, having mansions. It's like it's mismanagement of money. You know what I mean? That's what it always is at the end of the day. It's people finding reasons to pay themselves instead of actually using the money for what it's supposed to what it's meant for. You know what I mean? But what were we even originally talking about?
Fuck.
I forgot already. It's in my topics. Melrose and the robberies. We started talking about the Melrose and the HotWing robbery. But
K and P Davis. we got here.
We started this conversation with the robberies
and
the smash and grabs, exactly. But to get back to it, a new video popped out where at the HotWing Cafe on Melrose, I've eaten there 20 times, easily 20 times with my homies. I've done takeout from there probably like 100 times. I've visited this place many times, and there's a video where the restaurant's full of people. There's a dude and a girl having a date in the middle of the restaurant.
That's so scary.
Two dudes walk past them, and the girl is just eating, not minding her own business. In the video, you can see the guy is already like looking at the two dudes. He can tell something's going on. The two dudes turn around, come up hella close, take out a gun, and they're just like, give me your shit or whatever. And the dude, you can't see in the video, but he was wearing jewelry, and the dude told him to take off the jewelry. So it's just like, it was a situation where you could see he had wealth on him, and he's like, give me that money type situation. So he had to give all that stuff up. It's crazy, bro, in the middle of a restaurant
with hella people around.
And that's the thing is like me as a skateboarder, I knew this back in the day. I'd be skating in front of spots. You can be skating in front of like an expensive ass building where they got security, and the security's like, get out of here, I'm calling the cops. You're like, go ahead, dude, call the cops. By the time they get here, I'll be fucking blocks away skating some other spot, and they're never gonna find me. These dudes know this. They know that like, I can commit this robbery. I'm gonna get in my homie's car outside. We're leaving. By the time the cops come here, they see your shitty footage. I'm gonna be counting my, I'm gonna be wearing a new bracelet by then. It's like I don't know, dude. What is the solution? I feel like the solution is like some people are gonna look at some. I can see the government easily taking some scary solution where they're like, hey, we need a police officer on every corner of the street. Every time someone passes by, they need to ask for their IDs. You know what I mean? Like, this could turn into Russia, bro. Like, in Russia, if you're walking around the street, a cop can come up to you and say, let me see your passport. You have to have your passport on you. If you don't have your passport, you're going to jail immediately. Every time you go on a bus, like if you and I were to take the metro right now, we just go on the metro, pay for our metro ticket, we go along or whatever. In Russia, you can't take any public line. You can't use any public line without presenting your citizenship. If you're not a citizen, you can't use public transportation. Same thing in China. Same thing in Russia. It's gonna be I can see some shit happening like that here too in the future, where like if the cops continue letting this shit happen and fucking if the California government keeps letting criminals just like slide and keep committing more crimes, like I can see the government easily saying like, yo, we need more enforcement to this level in order to control this amount of crime, Mm-hmm. But that's scary thinking right there. That's like super conspiratorial a little bit. Scary shit.
That's so scary.
What is the solution, dude? At this point, the solution is don't go out, I guess.
No, I don't fucking know, dude. They're gonna have metal detectors and we're all gonna have to get beeped before we go into a store.
That's true. I don't know, dude. What the fuck do we do to solve this crime problem, bro? It's like I feel like it's an easy issue, dude. Like, make people pay the consequences for their crimes.
Yeah.
Stop saying. Like, I remember when I was in high school, there was this other high school. I forgot the name of the high school, but there was this other high school, right? And there was this one dude from that high school, popular kid, who got arrested for raping a girl. And I don't want to get into the details, but he did some fucked up, vile shit to this girl. She's fucked up for life because of this dude, right? And I saw people in my school wearing "Free this dude" shirts. And then I was like, what? And then I heard that in that other school, hella people were wearing "Free this guy." Like sometimes you got to think like, do you really got to say "free the homie" when you look at what he did? You're like, no, you deserve to be in fucking jail, bro. Like,
well, I'm glad you see it like that.
It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember like it was a thing in school where everyone was just like, why the fuck are they saying "free that guy" when this is what he did?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was so weird. All his closest homies were like wearing these shirts, "Free this dude, free that dude." And you're like, bro, those dudes literally raped some girl. Like, that's not chill. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like sometimes you got to think like, bro, you gotta fucking learn the lesson, bro, which is it's not worth it. You know what I mean?
Ooh, yeah.
And also like even regardless of committing crime in business, quick money is always like usually scary money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's always something comes with it. There's always a fucking catch. Exactly.
There's always a catch.
Regardless, and you gotta be ready for that catch, which is death or jail. And there's no jail no more. And risk of death is probably less too. You know what's interesting too?
Well, it also takes one person who's in that store too, scared that these people are coming in with a weapon, and they also have a weapon on them too. Those guys are fucking.
Yeah.
Fun.
True.
So they could get.
But dude, with the recent there's a like a popular restaurant in LA called Bossa Nova. Recently, in front of that restaurant, some dude was in his G-Wagon, in a white G-Wagon with a girl, just talking, conversating. A group of 8 men came up with guns, robbed the dude, took all his cash from him, and then the guys were already succeeded. They took the money. They're already leaving. They're already running away. As they're running away, this guy hops out the car, has a gun, starts shooting at them. They turn around, return fire. One of the bullets hits the guy, and he dies. You know what I mean? And you're thinking, like, you might as well have just gone robbed. You know what I mean? You might as well have just said, like, fuck it, take the money. Like, I'm not going to return fire. And honestly, it's like, I saw an article about how gun sales are going up like crazy right now. Like, guns are getting sold out because people see cops don't care. You need to protect yourself. And a lot of people are buying their own guns. But that comes with its own risk, too, dude. You're going to be in a gunfight. You know what I mean? Like, do you want to deal with that shit, too?
Nobody wants to be in that.
Bruh. Yeah. I'm like, fuck, dude. The solution is when we were talking to when Rylee and I went to Joshua Tree, we were talking to this Australian guy, and he was talking about how he lives in Brazil now, and he's lived there for the past 3 years. And I asked him, I was like, "Is Brazil dangerous?" And he's like, "It's not dangerous, but he's like, it's not like LA where you can just stand outside on your phone ordering an Uber." He's like,
did he live in Colombia?
Colombia, there you go. Sorry, Colombia. Yeah. And he was just basically saying that he's like, in Colombia, you have to like go inside a restaurant, or you can't be outside with your phone. Even being outside showing off that you have an iPhone is you flaunting wealth. It's almost like me being on Melrose with a stack of cash. You know what I mean? It's just like, I feel like LA is going to get to this point where a lot of people love to flaunt their money. A lot of people love to flaunt their wealth. You got to be more low key, dude. You know what I mean? You got to like just drive a normal car, you know what I mean? Like, or like not have tons of diamonds on you, unless you know that you're going to a nice ass place that has security and you're taking Uber there and back, you know what I mean? Or some shit like that.
It ain't worth it.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. But people love being flaunty. It's like, look at, you said, what's your dream car?
What?
What's your dream car?
A Jeep?
A Jeep? That's not too flaunty, I guess.
Jeep Wrangler?
Is that flaunty? Is that like expensive? I feel like if you see a 2021 Jeep Wrangler, you're going to think this person has money immediately, you know?
Mid-class.
I remember even when I was back in like 2011, 2012, when I was a fixie rider, it was like a thing where you would go on rides with the homies, and there would be groups of dudes who would like be driving in cars, and they would look out for expensive looking bikes, and if they see someone, they pull their car over, beat you up, take your bike, take your shit, and then they dip or whatever. Like, there'd be a lot of people like looking for expensive because fixies minimum, they can go around $800. They can go up to like $10,000. They can be really expensive, and a lot of people would like get flashy looking parts. You know what I mean? Like parts where as soon as you look at it, you're like, that looks like an expensive bike. And I remember even back in the day, I would always specifically, like, if I were to buy anything for my bike, I would buy something that like was just black or plain looking, something that didn't look expensive, but if you knew about that company, you're like, oh, that's an expensive good company, you know what I mean? Like something like, it's almost like wearing, imagine you just had a plain white tee but it's Louis Vuitton, you know what I mean? It's like that type. I kind of like that type of shit where you're like, you know that the material is like spider silk or some shit like that, but no one's gonna notice. No one would notice until they fucking got close enough type shit, you know?
Yeah.
That hidden wealth, you know, you can be low-key
simplicity.
Yeah, you can be low-key flaunty, you know what I mean? Like you can have like, I was telling Rylee, I was like, dude, if I were able to like buy the car I wanted or have the money to upgrade, like, or just basically buy the car of my dreams, I would still keep my same car. Really, guys? God damn it! What was that? Oh, they dropped a light. I would still keep the same car, but I would make it a sleeper. Here, I'll fix it. Really? They're both behind there? No, guys. God damn it. Here. Let me do it. And then,
Sorry, everybody.
There you go. And then just put it like that. Okay. So it's pointed up at us. Closer to the green wall. There you go. That's good. But, yeah, that's what I would do. I would get, like, a sleeper. I would, like, have someone install a fucking nice-ass reliable engine in my car, put run flats, put, like, bulletproof windows, like, you know, something you wouldn't notice, but then you're like... Bulletproof windows on the rough one? Yeah. Don't tell them my car. Well, they already know it. I show it all the time.
It's a very common car.
Exactly. We see it all the time. How many times have we seen the same car on the road?
Yeah, it's very common.
That's what I would do. Get a fucking sleeper.
Sleeper?
Just to talk about this really quick. It was yesterday, right? We did the market giveaway? No, it was the day before yesterday. The day before yesterday.
Oh my god.
Why? What?
Because you ended up doing another crazy stream.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I did it was a 13 hour and a half, 13 hours and a half stream. 13 and a half hour stream. Basically, we did a huge shout out to fucking Market. You guys probably know them as Chinatown Market. They recently changed their name just to Market. The website is market.com. During ComplexCon, I ran into the homie Dylan who works for them, and he was like, yo, let me hook you guys up with some gear, and he gave Rylee and I some cool stuff. And then there was this one sweater. It was their new Pokemon collab. It was the Mew, the sparkly Mew, and I was like, yo, dude, I was like, it's okay if you can't, because I know it's the new drop, and I know it's an expensive sweater, but I was like, can you hook me up with this sweater? And he was like, dude, I got you with the sweater, but can you do me a favor? He's like, can you do a giveaway to your viewers on your streams? And I was like, that's like another favor to me. You know what I mean? It's just like I get to hook up the fucking the viewers or whatever, the homies and shit. So he gave me 3 $100 discount codes to the website, and then he was like, basically just like find a way to give it away. And 2 days ago we did a stream where we did an IG post. Like during the stream I made an Instagram post and I told everyone to go comment on it, and I'm gonna choose a random comment. We got over 3,000 like 300 comments on that IG post. You guys are fucking insane. And then we posted a YouTube clip. We asked you guys to comment on that. There was like over 2,000 comments on that. And then the last one was Cairo brought a weed jar, and we told people to guess how much weed was in the jar. And then the winners was Josh Coates, Space Goes Dog Perp, and Bra Hentai from the chat, who's known as Paul. I think, right? Paul. Yeah, they're Paul, right? Paolo. Is it Paolo? Okay, it's Paolo. So congratulations to those 3. Thank you guys so much for joining the fucking. We're not in the stream, but thank you so much for joining the giveaway stream. Whoever was there and the contestants, it was hella fun.
It was very fun.
I hit up Dylan for those discount codes. He hasn't replied yet, so to the winners, I will be DMing you guys the codes very very soon, as soon as I get them. Yay. But you know, it's funny, during Thanksgiving, I was like explaining what we were doing to my parents. I was telling them about the discount code and like how we wanted to give it away and all that stuff. And my dad was just like, oh, he's like, you guys should have used the code, or like they were basically saying like I should have used them or whatever. And I was like, no, I wanted to make it hella fair for anyone to possibly get these codes, because I did have a lot of friends telling me like, dude, choose me as the winner, just do the giveaway, but choose me as the winner. And I'm like, no, I don't want to be biased or fake like that. You know what I mean? Like I want to make it a fair thing to give it away to whoever wins exactly
randomly.
But for anyone that watches the channel a lot, you'll know that Josh Coates has been in the streams. He's always a part of the chat. He's been watching the channel for a long time. And a lot of people are like, oh, the fact that Josh Coates won shows that there's like bias. And I'm like, it was random, dude. And I'm honestly happy that Josh Coates won, because he's been such a long time supporter that he gets something like, you know, a reward in return for it. You know what I mean? Like for always being so supportive and cool. I really like these hard seltzers. They're like taste mild. Super mild.
Exactly. There's just a little hint of juice in them.
I talk so much during the podcast and my mouth gets dry. Yeah. Sorry.
Ew.
I'm sorry. I fucking hate listening to burps on YouTube videos too.
You
so I'm
burp.
Sorry.
You blow your nose.
Oh yeah, the fucking girl. I forgot what else she said. That was it. That was all I had written. What else do you have?
The Turpins. The Turpin 2020 specials story we saw. Yes.
Do you want to give the layout of the, because you know all more about the names and all that stuff while you get a joint started or whatever. Okay.
So recently on ABC, they just released a special of 2020 with the Turpin children from the House of Horrors that happened in 2018 in Riverside, where there so first they lived in Texas and then they lived in Riverside. Yeah, but where they got caught was in Riverside.
Oh, okay.
It was basically a house of 13 children being abused by their parents for
their whole lives. Some
I think the oldest was 29, so like for
when they got out.
Yeah, for like 29 years they've just been locked in their rooms, never like been outside, super malnourished, like don't know anything, not educated at all.
Were they so basically the documentary just came out, but this shit happened like 3 years ago or whatever?
Yeah.
Because I remember when I told my mom about it, when we were telling my mom about it on Thanksgiving, she was like, I remember this years ago or whatever. So it was probably on the news a while ago that this shit happened, you know?
Yeah.
But they just got the trial just finished.
No, they were caught in 2018, and they were sentenced in 2018, I believe.
Oh, okay.
But I think this is their first time like actually like the kids actually talking on camera.
Oh, yeah.
And the first time that the body cam footage was released.
That makes sense.
So like nobody's ever seen like their first interactions and shit.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But Rylee and I basically watched the documentary. It's on Hulu. It's called House of Horrors.
You guys have to watch it. It's so crazy.
Yeah, it's super fucked up. Basically, family of 13, and like the oldest were like girls, right? And like a boy too, but there was a 29-year-old, and then there was like a middle-aged girl, Jordan, who's 17. She snuck out like at
Yeah, she's pretty much like the main person that's talking during this whole
yeah,
session.
and she honestly had like dude, like all these kids, they're homeschooled, and they weren't allowed to talk to anyone ever or watch videos on YouTube, or they weren't like allowed to have any type of sight into the world like outside of their house, basically. So
their parents didn't talk to them. They didn't.
Yeah, exactly. If they did, they just like, were mean to them.
Yeah.
And these kids, like, they know how to talk, but like you can tell that they don't have any social fucking experience at all. And not only that, but like they don't know the meanings of a lot of words. Their education's very, very poor. You know what I mean? Like,
they don't know what a lot of things mean.
Exactly. So, dude, that 29-year-old, I can only imagine how much catching up she has to do. But the 17-year-old, she was 17 at the time. She snuck out like at 4 in the morning.
One night.
Yeah, one night, snuck out 4 in the morning. Or she told her older sister, like, hey, we need to get out of here. Like, I can't take this anymore.
Her parents had chained up her little sisters and her brother. Chained them
for stealing food.
For stealing their food. So
but the thing is, like, in this house, these kids were malnourished. Like, where they weren't given enough food. One of the kids was a teenager, but they had the arm of an infant or something like that.
4-month-old.
Because they couldn't, their body didn't have enough nutrients to grow. Like, these kids didn't, and that even that girl, she was so skinny. Like, they were hella malnourished. So she talks about how they would steal food technically, but it's because they were fucking starving.
Yeah.
And I guess the mom caught the kids stealing food.
Yeah.
And they chained them to their beds for X amount of time.
For days.
Dude, they said it would be for months.
Mm-hmm.
They would only let them go to use the bathroom or to
if they were lucky.
If they were lucky to make it in time. So that means they would poop and pee in their fucking beds if they didn't make it.
I was just thinking, they had so many girls that were older. Imagine their fucking periods and stuff.
Oh my god.
And she also said that they were living in filth. Her mom never gave her a bath. Like,
she's like, when's the last time you took a bath? She's like,
year.
About a year ago.
Like, it was fucking so
Rylee
sad.
started
I
crying.
couldn't stop crying. I'm not gonna cry anymore because I think I'm cried out. But
there's like 3 or 4 times where Rylee just started sobbing. She's like, "This is so fucked up." And honestly, there was one point where I almost like really started shedding a tear. Where that girl Jordan, she goes like 3 years later, she goes on for the documentary. They do like an interview and she starts talking about it, and she literally says like, she's like, I have like all these things I have to deal with afterwards, where she's like, and you could tell like some people will be like, oh, I have trouble being loved. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be loved, blah, blah. And like, and it gets so corny and cliche, but like this girl literally starts saying like, she was talking about having a social media and having an Instagram. And she was literally like, she's like, it's so weird seeing messages of people telling me they like me or that I'm a special person. And then as she's saying that, she's like starting to cry because like she literally like can't believe that people are nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and love her.
Like, and like she's like, I can't accept love. And I was just like, damn, that's so fucked up. Oh my god,
I was a fucking wreck, dude. It was.
And
she's so bright and like
gorgeous
and oh my god, she's just so sweet and like.
That's one of like the hardest parts about it too, is like when you could see that Jordan is like really bright and she is smart, but she's been limited by her education and she like literally can't speak or like act to the level that she potentially could. You know what I mean? She's been like dwarfed mentally, but not forever. She can get out of it. You know what I mean? But like that's the effect, dude, of like not having those experiences of being in the world, dude. It's fucking crazy.
She was even saying like when she left outside the window, she didn't even know she had to walk on the sidewalk because she's never been outside.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And she was just walking on the street, and she was like on the phone with the dispatcher from the 911 caller or whatever, and had to wait by a stop sign, is talking to this police officer, and she was like, I've never talked to anybody. Like, she was like freaking out. Like, she's like, you have to like
give me a second.
I have never like actually had a conversation.
Yeah. And what's crazy is like
it was so sad. I couldn't stop crying.
I know.
As soon as I saw it in the morning, because we first started to try to watch it on your stream, and then people were like, "Oh, let's not watch this or whatever."
Oh yeah.
So the next morning,
because it is really depressing.
It is, and so the next morning I was like, "Okay, I have to fucking keep watching this," and I watched it and I was like, "Oh my god, babe, you have to watch the footage. Like this is terrible." I started bawling.
The reason why it's so sad at that point is because this girl literally like escapes this crazy traumatic fucking life, right? She finally gets out, finally gets to talk to a cop, and then she isn't able to articulate herself well enough for the cop to understand, and the cop, and honestly, like the way she talks, like, and you know how cops are, like cops have a lot of interactions with like crazy people and like people on drugs and all this stuff, and the cop, as he's listening to her, like he asks her like, do you take any medication, like do you take pills, and she's like, what's medication? She's like, what means medication? And then and then he's like pills, and she's like, no. She's like, I've never taken pills in my life. And like like the way she's talking, you just assume like this is a girl high or out of it or whatever, but she's literally just can't articulate herself well enough for people to understand. And like after like a 30-minute conversation, he's starting to realize like, oh shit, like this is a traumatized ass girl or whatever.
She's like, our parents abuse us. She's like, my little like the reason I'm out here is my little sisters are chained up or whatever. And he asked her like, do you have a picture of this? And she actually fucking took pictures, thankfully.
To show, yeah.
Thank God she took those pictures. And it was so sad because she's like, I don't have proof of everything that they do, but I have the pictures that they're chained. And that made me even sadder. I was like, damn, she has to prove that they're doing all this shit.
Exactly, because I could only imagine, like in her mind, she's like imagining. This is me assuming, but you would think that as in her position, you think that as soon as I get the first contact with the police officer, they're gonna be like, "You're saved. I got you. Let's go get them." But they're like, "Huh? What? What's going on? Are they injured? Are you injured? Like, are you taking pills?" Like, and then she's just like trying to convince how fucked up her life is for a minute, and you're just like, that's what gets heart wrenching. You're like, she's trying to convince how fucked up her life is to this dude for him to believe. But you can't blame him either, because he's just like so caught off. Guard. He's just like, what?
He's like, I was just gonna take this as my last thing of the night.
Yeah, he was gonna end his shift or whatever.
It's usually just a person running away from home. Have to bring them back to their parents. It's good. And he's like, no. They had to wait like 2 hours for it to be daylight. And then they finally walk into their parents' house. And that's where they find everything. Their parents are like complete hoarders.
Everything's all fucked up.
All fucked up. They buy hella toys and children's clothes, but they're not allowed to wear any of them.
Oh yeah, what's even worse is like the girl Jordan kept saying like, "Oh, we live in filth. We keep wearing the same clothes, and like all our clothes are hella dirty and fucked up." And there's pictures of their like they have these like Mickey, like their clothes just look like homeless clothes, dude. They're so dirty and tattered and fucked up. And as the cop is walking around the house, there's all these unopened packages, all these new clothes, and like it's all in sight, and like the kids could see it and grab it if they wanted to, but they're physically not allowed to put on the new clothes, even though they have new children's clothes. And it's like a weird mind manipulation thing that the parents are doing, dude. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, and then what's crazy is like, we can talk about this all day for all the details, but what's crazy is like during the sentencing, the parents are crying, like saying, I love my kids, like I can't wait to talk to them again, blah blah. But you're just like, as you're watching that, you're like, dude, you invented like a new torture fucking thing where you deprive someone of something and then you have it in front of their face and they can't touch it. You know what I mean? Like, and the parents had their own refrigerator full of food, and the parents are. She was overweight, dude. The mom was fucking. She was well fed, bruh. Like, and the kids were starving, dude. Like, that's so fucked up, dude. It's like, sick. There has to be a special place in hell for people like that. You're like, something's gonna happen, dude. Like, you can't just be to third. And like, what's interesting is one of the people. There's like a psychologist they were interviewing, and he said they did this not once or twice. They did this 13 times because they had 13 kids. He's like, they chose to do this 13 times. Like, there's no sympathy here. Like, there's no room for, oh, I made a mistake. But no, you did this 13 times over for 29 years. That's crazy, bro.
How sick is that, dude?
And it just shows like, like, bro, like, I don't know, like, you can't always tell what the fuck is going on in the world, you know what I mean? Like, even our neighbors are hella mysterious. We don't know what the hell is going on over there. Like, we have this one apartment in our building that they're the only ones without a key to their front door. They have a padlock, and like, you never see anyone going in and out of there at night. I stay up till 3 a.m. almost every day, and whenever I go to sleep, as I'm laying down, I hear people walking, and I hear beep 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 beep, and the door open, and then like, I only hear people going in there at night. So it's just like, that's kind of strange, but it's like, I can only imagine what's going on in like other places. You wouldn't even notice it.
Yeah.
You know, that's rivers. Oh, they were in Paris, which is Paris Lake is right next to there. Me and my parents have gone fishing at that lake hella times. We could have
been next to them.
Exactly. We could have been fucking right next to them, dude.
That's crazy.
Think about Joshua Tree, dude. Look at those houses in the middle of the desert. Imagine you live there permanently.
No.
You can do whatever the fuck you wanted, dude. You could grow weed. You can grow meth. You can grow, like, I don't know. You don't grow meth, but you can grow whatever the fuck you want, dude.
Dude, it's just scary.
There's no rules.
It just makes you want to call shit out more when you think something's weird.
I know. That's the weird part, too, is, like, sometimes in life, like, you'll be in public places, and then you see a family or you see a group of people, and you're like, they seem strange. You know what I mean? Like, something seems off. And then, like, you don't want to be too judgmental and judge a book by its cover, but then you realize, like, there's families like that going to Disneyland.
I'm going to be saying shit.
What are you going to...
I'm going to just call and leave a tip. That's all you got to do.
Really?
That's all you have to do. Look into this.
Fuck.
If it was my neighbor and I thought my neighbor was fucking creepy and weird.
Like what? Like, what's a lot?
I would want somebody to check in.
What's like, what would be something that's justifiable for you to be like, if we were at Universal Studios, right? Like, what would you have to see to call the cops and be like, hey, what would you even say? You know, like.
No, I'm talking about if I had a neighbor who had 13 kids, and they never came outside but only looked through the windows while their parents were like always going in and out. I would think that was weird. For over a year, I would be like, okay, something's weird. Yeah. And you maybe see their kid one time, and their kid looks like hella malnourished and like.
Yeah. You know what's actually interesting?
I think your senses would start going off. Like, this is.
Exactly.
They looked scary.
And then what you would just say, like, oh, go do a welfare check.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, or something like that. Oh. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was telling.
After watching that should tell you to do that more.
Or just be aware.
Be aware.
Yeah, just try to be aware at least. But this is something Rylee and I were talking about as well, where god damn it, it was just on the tip of my tongue and I fucking forgot, dude. What the fuck did it have to do with?
Terpenes.
I know it had to do with the terpenes. I was saying how, like, this is unique. You know what I mean? This is unique where you do hear, like, oh, like, you don't hear this shit happening often, but how many families are getting caught for this? But then also, you do see, like, every 5 or 10 years, a family gets caught with some shit like this, where this seems to be, like, a reoccurring thing in certain parents, where they just want to be super controlling of their kids. You know what I mean? Like, over-controlling to a crazy fucking extent, and, like, I was just thinking, like, dude, like, what the fuck caused... I know what else I remembered the other day? Do you remember that book, Bridge to Terabithia?
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong, because I read Bridge to Terabithia and, like, multiple other books at the same time, but in Bridge to Terabithia, wasn't there a girl who was hiding? Her parents were hiding her, and they didn't know she was... the neighbors didn't know she existed?
I don't remember. But did you ever watch the movie?
No, I only read the book.
I was going to say, PETA from Hunger Games is the boy in Bridge to Terabithia.
Oh, really? But I tell me if I'm wrong, guys, but I swear it was either Bridge to Terabithia or another book around the same time, but it was a book written around like based around the 80s and shit. The dude who wrote it is like much older, and it was like based around the 80s or 70s or something like that, and it was about a guy or a boy who lived in this one house, and he started noticing, like, oh shit, the neighbors have a kid that never goes outside, and then, like, one day he, like, ditches school, or he, like, stays home from school, and, like, all the parents are out working, and he realizes that the house next to him, they have a daughter, and she's, like, his age, and he, like, talks to her, and she tells him, like, oh, they're ashamed of having a daughter, or, like, there's some reason where the parents don't want anyone to know that she has...
I think so.
They don't have her, and then, like, they kept her hidden, like, and no one fucking knew about her, and this boy found out about it, and it's just, like, if that book is written from the 80s, like that shows that this type of thinking has been around for a while.
Yeah.
Like of people just fucking keeping their kids confined, you know what I mean? Like to a crazy extent. And honestly, that goes back to cultures too. You know what I mean? There's many cultures where you don't have freedom no matter how old you get. You can be a 25-year-old dude and your parents can still have the last word to what the fuck you do and say.
So sad, dude. It just literally made me so depressed.
I know, you were crying the whole time. At some point I was just like, you know what's fucked up though? You were sobbing and crying over this thing, right? But you wanted to continue watching it. We watched Narcos together. You started crying because they're having like a rape scene, and then you were like, I don't know if I could continue watching this or whatever. And I'm just like, you were crying over this too.
Because it wasn't violently showing me the act.
Yeah. But you wouldn't want to continue watching Narcos?
I didn't say. I told you I wasn't opposed to it.
Could restart it.
No, I'm not restarting it. I already saw the scene. I don't need to re-see it.
You know what movie? After we finished watching The Hunger Games, I was telling Rylee, I was like, I know what.
What, dude?
Let him out. But then he's gonna be meowing out there too. He's just an attention. Ho. Luffy, what in the fudge do you want, bruh? Bye Lola. Bye Luff. Alright, if they're together, they're usually fine. He just gets lonely, I guess. But so Rylee and I usually do this thing where we switch who chooses the movie. Last time we watched. Should we talk about it? What? So we watched Hunger Games because that was Riley's choice. But before that, it was my choice, and we watched Enter the Void. Did we talk about it on 10 Talks yet?
No.
You want to talk about what do you think about Enter the Void?
Oh my god. Well, you already put it out there like that. So
No, just tell me what you think about it.
It was a good movie.
You actually liked it in the end?
Yeah, I told you it was a good movie.
No, but halfway through it or an hour into it, where you're like, should we even finish watching this or what are we watching?
No.
You didn't feel like that ever?
No.
Okay, so Enter the Void.
I've seen worse movies.
Here's the thing with me is I am like a visual person, but I'm more of like a storytelling person. I like good stories. You know what I mean? Like I like those like little riddles that people can tell you that like you're like, "Oh, what?" like type shit. And Enter the Void is such a good storytelling movie where like if you pay attention to the story, you're like, "Wow, like that's fucked up. This happened, that happened, blah blah." And it's one of my favorite movies for that reason, just because the story is told in a very interesting way. Gaspar Noé, the director, he always does the same thing with all his movies, where he shows the ending first, and then he rewinds to the beginning and shows how things happen for what reason. And as we were watching it, like an hour into it, I started realizing, like, oh, this has a lot of sex scenes, very detailed sex scenes, dude. It's basically like watching porn, dude. Like,
yeah, it was very porny.
I was actually wondering that, like, when he's casting actors, like he had so many people having sex in that movie. Like when he's casting actors and actresses, does he have to go to like a porn company, or like does he find actresses where he's like, hey, this is gonna have a scene like
I don't think so. I think that they're actors that are okay with it.
That's what I was wondering. Is like, is there that many actors and actresses that are okay with that?
I don't think they're actually having sex.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah, I don't think so either. But I'm just surprised that everyone's so willing to be on camera like that.
There's so many sex scenes in so many movies.
It's I know you're giving me a weird face for this one.
No, because this was actually like very detailed.
Super detailed.
Guys getting head, like actually like girls sucking actual dick.
For some reason, Gaspar Noé, he really wants you to fucking focus on some shit sometimes. And there's like a scene in the movie where a girl gets an abortion, and
God, that was terrible.
They show the fetus for like 2 minutes, zooming in and out of the fetus, and then like you're just like, at some point you're like, why are we watching this for so long? And then the ending, right before the ending, the camera just does like a 10-minute float through a sex hotel, and it goes through every room, and we're just like, we get it. We fucking get it already, bro. It was just getting to this point where you're like, why you gotta show so much?
Like, oh, this is your favorite movie, huh?
That's why I was like, this is not why it's my favorite movie. It's like the story.
No, it was actually a really good movie, and it was a good story. I do agree.
But you know what's the big question that a lot of people ask and wonder is, you remember what happens at the end of the movie?
Why do you always do this to me?
He comes out of they show
the baby
coming out of a vagina, And if you pay attention to like after he passes away, right after he gets shot, spoiler alert, after he gets shot, he starts going through his memories, and like he starts realizing like what happens, like, and he starts seeing past stuff and like all this stuff. It's kind of like, you know how they say you see your life flashing before your eyes. It's kind of like we were watching his life flashing before his eyes, where he sees the past, the present, the future, all this shit. And then at the end you see a baby coming out of a vagina, and like it makes you think, is that him remembering his birth, or is that him being reborn?
I was getting the vibe that it was him remembering his birth.
You think so? I was thinking that too. The first time I watched it, I thought like, oh wow, that's, you have all these memories, you go through this crazy trip, and then you're reborn straight back into being a baby with no memories immediately. I thought that was like being reborn. But then as I watched it with you, I was like, oh, he's just remembering his birth.
Because
now.
it felt like it was his story told from ending to beginning.
Exactly.
So I feel like that was his last memory he was going by.
Ends with the baby birth.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That's what I got.
But then what happens after the baby birth?
Lights out.
Imagine you just have to
It's
continue
just done.
looping your memories over and over and over again. This shit looks like high C.
I know. It's just we've been going for damn near 2 hours.
Damn. We had a lot of stuff to talk about. But that was a really good movie.
I know we haven't chatted for a minute.
That too.
Just us two.
You know what I was gonna say though? I want to see how many people in the chat have watched this movie. Is we watched the Hunger Games because you chose the movie. So next movie is now my choice. Maybe we can watch it today. I want to watch this movie called The Uprising. It's so sad, bro. It's
God.
It's about like I think it's around World War II. It's like when Hitler was taking over Germany. It's about a group of Jewish people who live in like their city, and it's about the Nazis coming over and like taking over their town, and it shows their experience of like what's happening. And the dude from Friends,
Ross.
what's his name?
David Schwimmer.
David Schwimmer from Friends. He's in that movie or whatever. And I watched that movie I watched the movie in 7th grade. And my teacher showed that to the whole fucking class. We watched that whole movie through a period of like 3 or 4 days. And dude, that movie, like,
Save that for the after show?
really? Okay, I guess. That movie was it's a really good movie where it like not only gives you a fucking crazy visual experience of like the Jewish experience at that time, but also it shows you there's like cool parts in the movie. I don't remember a lot about it, but I remember one of the parts I remember is like at one point when the Nazis come over to take over this town and they were like causing all this havoc, they bring in a camera crew to make a film or whatever, and they were basically filming the Jewish people and making a video about how terrible they were. And then the movie literally shows you like, you know, them doing this shit. And this is actually something they did back in the day. It's like they literally made films saying like, oh, like the Russian people are terrible. The Russian people are just like rats. You know, the Russian people are like this and that, like that. And like they would show it to little German kids who were just like, oh my God, this is real and stuff like that. They would like make propaganda, and they were showing all this stuff. It's a crazy movie, dude, where you're just like, fuck. At the end, you're like, I think I did cry when I was in class. I was like, fuck, dude, that's so fucked up. Fuck that movie.
Boy in the striped pajamas got me crying.
You said we should watch that a while ago, but we still never watched it.
I know. I don't know if I'm ready. That shit's hella sad.
Wait, so you didn't watch it?
Yeah, no, I did. I watched it a long time ago.
Oh. Were you just super emotional?
Yes, I couldn't stop crying. My Thea was like, I couldn't even cry because you cried too much.
She kept comforting you. The last thing I wanted to talk about is I feel like the Ace family, what could we say? We all knew they're shiesty.
Yeah, fuck
right? The one thing I wonder is like there's all this info about.
They just seem so shady in that video.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
just,
they
like,
do.
So fake, and everybody was like, I've never seen them that like energetic and happy together in a video before, and they've been doing this for a long time.
Oh
and,
wow.
like this is that video, like let's talk about our house, and they're like all like giggly and like joking.
Oh damn, they're trying to cover it up. Their sadness. And you know what's funny in that video? Austin's eyes looked hella tired and sunken in.
I'm sure because he's going through a lot of lawsuits.
It's that thing, dude, where it's like, you know, you make Some people like, will make $2,000 a month, and they'll be like, fuck, like I can only save a little bit of money, blah blah. I can't really I spend all my money, and then boom, they go to making 50,000 a month, and they're like, oh, I'm still not able to save a lot of money because I'm living a $50,000 a month lifestyle now. And then he probably started living a fucking, literally spending everything. He probably was spending more. Dude, I don't understand. Like, people kept talking about how they were paying their rent with a loan for the house. And I know that a lot of people take loans out for the houses. They might pay off the loan later. But if you're that rich as them, or as they portray themselves to be, I don't know, dude. Don't take out a loan, bro. It's like, just fucking pay off the house, bro. Maybe I'm speaking like I'm being dumb right now because for tax reasons or other reasons it could be smarter to do that shit. But I forgot who said this, but some rapper said this: never pay bills, own everything. You know what I mean? If you're gonna buy something, pay it in full, because paying bills, you're gonna end up paying more.
Bro, why would you have this house when you have to cook off a burner?
Oh yeah, they were saying that the house was not, but
you can afford a nice house.
But there was some sort of lying or miscommunication, because they were saying that the Ace family, when they were buying this house, the person they were buying it from, the Ace family was telling them like, we're not gonna live in here. We're just gonna use this house as like a studio type shit, like do live streams or do videos there. And then people were like, oh, you're not gonna live here? Perfect, because there's no living conditions. There's no gas or no nothing or whatever you need. And then they're complaining now, saying like, oh, the living conditions were terrible. There's no gas or warm water. And then you realize that the contract says not a living house. Yeah. And then you get to this point where you're like, why are you buying a $10 million filming studio?
That's what I'm saying.
That's so dumb. It gets so dumb, And honestly, you know what the biggest danger is?
It's the flex card.
The flex card, but also the biggest danger with a lot of people, not a lot of people, with some people, this thing happens where sometimes people will get hella happy and excited about something, and they're so excited and happy about an idea that they're not willing to listen to any type of like logistical reasons. You know what I mean? Like, oh, maybe you shouldn't do, like, yo, I've wanted a Ferrari my whole life, bro. It's been my dream car, dude. Ever since I was a kid, I had a Ferrari poster on my bed. I slept in a Ferrari bed. All my fucking, I have Ferrari, everything. I just love Ferraris. And then I get my first $300,000. And then instead of like saving that $300,000, I'm like, dude, it's been my dream, bro. You don't understand. Like, this means so much to me, bro. This is like a personal thing. I need to buy this Ferrari. It's like, those are the types of people that won't listen to logic anymore. They're just like, they're so invested in their personal feelings that they're just like, nah, dude, Ferrari's my life, bro. I've been in love with Ferraris. I need this thing. Even though I have 300K and it costs 290K, I'm buying this thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then you're like, anyone would realize like, bro, no, you can't afford it. Even though you have the exact money for it, you can't afford it. You shouldn't do that. But they won't listen to you. They're like, no, I need this thing. And I bet you it was one of those things where, what's her name? Catherine, or Catherine and Austin were just like, we love this house. You know what I mean? Like, it's so beautiful. It's an amazing house. Blah blah. That kind of nah. That sounds like fireworks.
Sounds like a bazooka.
No, that's a firework. Yeah. But either way, they're dumb. I think that. What?
Is that about it?
We were gonna talk about the Squid Games thing. Super interesting. Super cool. Someone wins fucking $400,000. We're talking about the Mr. Beast Squid Games that he recreated. One thing I do have to say about it is Rylee and I were also wondering, the winner got $435,000 or something like that. The winner got basically $500,000, and I was wondering with Rylee, I know that in certain states, I feel like every state, there's a gift tax. If I were to give Rylee $10,000 as a gift, I have to pay the government like 14% for some reason, just because I want to give someone money. I feel like it's the stupidest thing ever, but you can't just give people money without paying a tax for it. And if you do, that's what I always wonder about when I see these rappers like gifting cash to each other. I'm like, that's kind of illegal. The IRS could see that and be like, you have to pay us a gift tax. You know what I mean? Just because you give it cash doesn't mean we don't see it. But either way, the winner got like a little bit less than $500,000, and I was wondering with Rylee, I'm like, who's gonna pay the gift tax? You know what I mean? Like, is it gonna be Mr. Beast or is it gonna be the winner? And the fact that the winning prize money wasn't exactly 500,000. It was like 430 something thousand. I feel like they already took out the gift tax. That's why it's such. I feel like that's why it's such a weird number. You know what I mean? They're giving them the remainder of. They probably wanted to give like 500,000 or 600,000, but that's probably the tax they had to take out ahead of time, and they're just giving them the remainder.
Yeah, I think so too.
What would you do if you won $400,000?
Pay off my student loans for sure.
Which is what, 30K?
Yep, something like that.
Okay.
And
which would be nothing with 400K.
Yeah, exactly. So definitely do that first. Fix my car.
Oh, you would get a new car.
I'm getting it all done up.
Really?
No, yeah. I
the
would keep
Hyundai?
my car. Yeah.
Liar.
I like my car.
You do?
If I could get the body and everything done.
The window fixed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would do that. And save it. I don't know. I would have to think.
Put money in Bitcoin.
Put some money.
Buy me a skateboard.
Make some investments.
What would you buy me though?
I would definitely have to get myself a nice bag.
What about me? What the?
And
get myself a nice bag. What's the maximum you would spend on a bag?
Get you?
What would you spend on a bag for yourself though if you want 400K?
8,000.
8,000? That's reasonable.
That's like Chanel.
But how often would you do that?
Chanel, go get it. I just want one bag.
And that's it?
Yeah.
That's cap.
I just want one bag.
I can see you buying a bag 3 months later
I
going,
only get this one 400K.
babe, this bag is old.
No.
It's rusty. Or something like that.
What would I get you? Whatever you want, boo. We're going on a shopping spree. Spray.
Hell yeah. Imagine I'm going on a shopping spree when we just get robbed. We get followed home.
You get a cap. You get an $8,000 cap too, like me.
Cap?
Mm-hmm.
Like a hat?
No, like you get a budget.
Oh, $8,000 cap. Ooh, what would I spend a random $8,000 on?
Mine's the bag.
If I had a random 8,000, like for example,
I'll get you a gold chain, solid gold.
No, don't do that.
You like gold.
I do, but I won't wear it. If you're gonna buy me gold, buy me gold bullion.
What's that?
It's just the gold like rectangles.
Chicken cubes?
Yeah, chicken cubes, exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
You would not want a chain?
No, fuck no.
A little thin chain?
Do you understand, babe, that if you have $400 worth of gold in a bullion, right?
Oh, here we go.
Right? That's $400 worth of gold. If you take that same amount and melt it into a chain, like make a chain out of it, the chain's gonna cost more, right? So you're gonna actually make money if you're making raw gold into a chain, but you're gonna pay more as a customer. So it's just like you're not getting the exact gold, weight net amount. You're paying for the gold and you're paying for the dude making the chain and all that stuff. I don't care about wearing chains at all. I would rather take the chain and melt it into a ball and just keep that fucking ball. You know what I mean? Or like a square. I'd rather get a gold bullion block and keep that in the thing. Because
that's so lame.
That's not lame. You know why? Because money can become I forgot what country it happened to, but dude, there was literally a country where there was banks. It was a normal civilization. Everyone had their money in banks. Imagine we had 10,000 in a bank, and then one day we see on the news, Bank of America closes down. Like, you can't get your money out no more. And then we're like, what?
Thank God I have my bullion.
And then we go to the bank. We try to take our money out. We're like, the bank fucking fucked us over. This literally happened in other countries before. And like, yeah, what keeps its value? Fucking gold and silver.
Okay, I know. Thank you for your TED Talk.
Really? Yeah, this is my TED Talk about gold and gold bullion. But yeah, I'd rather fucking keep that. That'd be sick.
Okay, got it. You get a bullion cube.
I'm
gonna get you a chicken cube and a fucking solid gold one. Right next to each other.
You see, it's more about you than me, because you want to give me a chain instead of a bullion cube. You feel no pride in giving me a bullion cube.
Well, you said you want the bullion cube, so I just said that I'm gonna. Okay, I got it.
But would you feel good about it?
Yeah, because that's what you want. And you're gonna be stoked if I go.
I would be so happy because it'd be my first one. I'd be like,
yo,
I got gold. That'd be sick. Oh, what if we remade Ashley out of complete gold?
That'd be crazy.
We had a golden Ashley.
You would never want to ash on it.
Yeah, I would. Gold is like, Ash ain't gonna fuck it up. Ash ain't gonna fuck it up.
Wow.
You can torch it down and it'll be clean as new. Really?
The gold guard over here. The guardian of the gold.
I'm praying for my gold bullion cube sometime in the future. Hopefully for Christmas.
Hopefully by Christmas I get that brand deal.
The 400k brand deal. Fashion Nova. Either way, guys, it's already been 2 hours.
Yay, that's the longest one.
I know, that was a good one. We had a lot to talk about because we've been having guests back to back to back. So
and we haven't been able to chat.
Exactly. It's always my not dream, but whenever we have a guest on, I told Rylee a while ago, I was like, I kind of don't want it to be interviews. I kind of wanted to have a guest on and we just talk about shit. You know what I mean? Like, but it kind of does just turn into an interview where we just start asking them about them. We don't really talk about topics, but I want to turn it into a thing where like, what do you think about gold bullion? What do you think about this? When they come back,
it should be their introduction, and then we can invite
That's
them
a
back.
good idea. That's a good idea.
Tent talks.
Because we do have a lot of people who do want to return. Kiki wants to come back on. Housen wants to come back on. AD. Actually, I don't know if he wants to come back on. But Blasey wants to come back on. Oh, actually, I don't know if he said that.
Said, right?
He did. Oh, yeah, he did. And that could be the episode where we talk about shit.
Exactly.
So, either way, guys, we are not going to end the stream right here. We're going to continue into an after show, but I will just verbally say that it ends right here just so I can cut out the after show. All the after shows are going to be available only on Patreon. But we are going to end the actual podcast right here, but we're going to continue the stream. We're going to do an after show where we actually get to read the chat. During the podcast, we don't pay attention to the chat because it distracts our conversation. And luckily, the chat's far enough where I can read it, but Rylee can't read it. So I can see what you guys say, but Rylee can't.
Blind as a bat, so.
But right now, we're actually going to get into the portion where we get to see what you guys are talking about. We get to read the chat and just fucking chill and smoke and, make it's more laid back or whatever. Not just be blabbing the whole time. But either way, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please leave a like,
leave a comment
in the comment section, not in the chat.
Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already.
I saw that we said that the other day to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I saw a couple people said like, yo, just noticed I wasn't even subscribed, and they're like, that's why I haven't been getting notifications. Guys, double check that you subscribed.
Click the bell button.
We
never say that,
of all notifications.
That's how you're gonna get notified when we go live.
We are about to hit 12,000 subs. Once we are 3,000 subs away from 15k. Once we hit 15k subs, I will be doing the isolation stream in this room. I'm literally gonna have to ask for days off work to do this shit. I'm gonna be like, please let me take these days off work so I can isolate myself in my room for this stream. But either way, once we hit 15k,
Tell your friends.
I will isolate myself in this room for 3 days on stream with no communication with the world, no phone, no nothing, and a bunch of other fucking rules and regulations. But either way, like, comment, subscribe. If you guys are in here, please leave a like because the likes really help grow the channel.
And the comments.
And the comments too. It's been confirmed by a YouTube rep on a podcast the other day that dropping a like will make sure that you guys get all the notifications for all of our uploads and live streams, and we'll make sure that the channel gets promoted as well. So if you guys can, please leave a like. It really means a lot. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace. All right, boom. Now we're starting the fucking after show. Please do not leave. We're gonna be chilling here for a minute. What are we gonna do? I have to pee. Oh, whatever. What are we gonna do for dinner? Oh no! I had the chat on the screen the whole time. I guess that's fine. It wasn't really over our face or in the way, so I guess it's fine. The chat. I actually like having the chat saved on the recording, because sometimes when you rewatch a YouTube stream, like it'll say that it shows the chat, but it's not like an actual representation of what people are saying at the moment, and it's like out of sync, or like it won't have some messages. Sometimes the chat won't even show, but having it on screen like that makes sure that everyone's messages are saved. So this episode of 10 Talks, everything you guys wrote will stay there forever. Manic Custer, Manic Gabe only mute spammers. Chat went crazy tonight. Really? What the fuck? Bro, we got like 300 dude, thank you guys so much for pulling up to this fucking episode of 10 Talks and pulling up to the streams, bro. Usually, it's with a guest that we get like tons of viewers, but without a fucking guest, we hit 330 viewers tonight, bro. You guys are insane, man. Thank you guys so much. Custers and Activities, Amok, TTS. Oh yeah, let's turn TTS on. What up, Alejandro? So guys, TTS will be on. If you guys donate $2 or more, your message will be read out loud, and we'll all be able to hear that shit. Hold on, let's open up the chat again. A solid 300 all stream. Let's go. Facts, dude. You guys are insane, man. Imagine 1K stabled out, bro. That is a goal for sure. Who do you think is Sodi this year? Probably Mark Susio for sure. Thank you, Mr. for the $1, man. Thank you so much, dude. Darius 25, the fuck you said to mute you. I was a little thanks for your TED talk. I was laughing my ass off when she said thanks for your TED talk. Spark the joint.
Rylee Aggie tonight? Wow.
Really?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Is it too small?
No.
You want to switch seats?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Thanks, babe.
Oh, I was in front of the camera.
What up, everybody? Bro, you need to train for this fight. He is. He's starting to train. You haven't seen his fucking new workout equipment? He's going to show you right now. Shout out, no comment for the $3. Harmonious gang. That was a good ep. Press like. Thank you so much. No comment. What's up, Gabe? Rylee was not happy about the gold brick for some reason. Because I'm just like, damn, you wouldn't want to wear it. You just want a brick.
No comment dropped a bag $3 through Super Chat. Harmonious gang. That was a good DP. Press like.
Bro bought workout equipment. He for sure getting beat on. LOL. Show them your workout gear.
No, I can't right now.
I told them.
About my workout gear?
Rylee, what size hoodie are you? Medium. I like it a little.
Oh, I forgot to fucking say this during the podcast, guys. To anyone who sent us shit to the PO box, we were not able to fucking get into the PO box early enough this time, so we will be opening up all the packages for the next episode of 10 Talks. We do apologize about that. We weren't able to get into this time early enough. Wait, what? Thank you so much, King Lou, for the $5. I'll just let the message be read out loud. Fuck it, by TTS. Did it read the message out loud?
No, I don't think so.
It didn't?
Happy 50th episode of 10 Talks. Wait, go back so I can read it.
Oh, I was just trying to make sure that the alert box was on. It should read the message out loud. Thank you so much, King Lou. Oh, it's on top chat, dude. You see?
Oh,
God
fuck.
damn it. I hate when it does that. Oh wait, you know what? I do think TTS is not working right now. Thank you so much. Oh wait, no, it is. It is.
King Lou dropped a bag $5 through Super Chat. Happy 50th episode of 10 Talks. Do you guys believe there is still gold in the Fort Knox?
I don't know what a Fort Knox is.
I don't know.
But thank you so much, dude. I'm really happy and proud that we hit 50 episodes.
Me too.
That's crazy.
Jorge Chavez dropped a bag $4.99 through Super Chat. Yuriy coming clutch with the Sunday night content, giving me something to watch.
Thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much for the $5, bro. And I really fucking appreciate it, man. George Chavez, thank you so much for watching, bro. Top chat L. I know, dude. I can't believe it does that immediately. I have to remember to put it to live chat every time. Fuck top chat facts. Fort Knox is a scam, like the theory of gravity. What? Love from Connecticut, bro. Shout out to fucking Connecticut, man. Thank you so much, dude. Have you ever been to Connecticut?
No, I have not. Where is Connecticut?
That's what I was wondering right now too. I was like,
near New
I don't remember the shape of that state. Oh yeah, it's probably one of those tiny little ones. Yo, this background is sick. Thank you so much, Burberry. Sunday nights are chill when you're streaming. Thank you so much, Bill, now the YouTube guy. There's a Stream Jesus and Crib Stream Jesus. Oh my God, Overload. Yeah, I know. There's a Stream Jesus, Crib Stream Jesus, and there's also a Blood Stream Jesus as well. He's just not here right now. Don't show your moves online, Yuri. Skinny gonna figure it out. Exactly. You see, if I show too much of my moves online, Skinny's gonna have too much time to practice.
You're right.
I need to, keep it a secret a little bit. Thank you so much, Paul Bex, for the Russian comment, but I can't read Russian, unfortunately. Fake Russian. That's a meme of religion. Yuri on a ramen noodle diet. I love ramen noodles though.
Same. Oh my god, we just had the best ramen yesterday.
Oh right, I've been telling you.
It was so good.
Yuri, get a pull-up bar for real. We were just fucking
We
around.
want one.
I didn't know this, but a pull-up bar can turn into a whole gym.
Yeah, for real.
If you're creative enough.
Hey, Nico Bands. Shout out to you and your girl.
Yeah, shout out to Nico Banton's girl. Thank you so much, bro. Me and Stream Jesus work in unison to bless the chat. Let's go. The other Jesus is a custer. Yo, what the fuck? Yuri, watch Baki. Yuri, go exercise swimming.
Is this the biscotti?
I don't know. No, this is the Sweetsies.
It does taste sweet.
It does taste sweet. I noticed that earlier as well. Thank you so much, Jacob Martin, for the $5, bro. Really fucking appreciate it, man. It feels weird not doing anything for the donations. Usually I have like something attached to it. Every time someone donates one thing or something, I do something.
We need more sound effects.
I know. I need to work.
Jacob Martin dropped a bag
work on it
$5 through Super Chat.
Thank you so much,
Damn,
Jacob.
Shout out to Medicaid.
Thank you so much, Manny Gay, for the $2. Shout out to Darius25 and Sloppy Poppy Facts. Shout out to them. Bro, we still got like 311 people in here. That's fucking insane, dude. That's literally crazy. We really fucking appreciate you guys fucking watching right now, dude. Now that we've got through all the topics, it's like now we're just chilling, basically just seeing what you guys are talking about. Yeah, now we're just bicking back. We're gonna be a little bit quiet now, I guess. But we're just gonna be seeing what the hell you guys are talking about, basically. Just said the same shit twice. 315s, 304s. What does this mean? Yuri moves involve swinging and missing.
Nick G. Abe dropped a bag $2 through Super Chat. Shout out to Darius25 and Sloppy Poppy.
Facts. Thank you so much for that, Manny Gabe. Oh, Bloodstream Jesus is here. 10 Talks is growing, Yuri. Facts. And I'm honestly so proud and fucking happy. Thank you guys for helping us grow. Thank you guys for watching. And shout out to Rylee for putting in the work.
What the fuck? You are the bread and butter.
Bread and butter?
You are. Of the whole production, I am the beverage that
really?
that helps.
You see, you can't have a meal with no bev.
Yeah, you need the bev.
Yuri, what's your hoodie size? Large.
Down to be the bubbly drink on the side.
I do love wearing extra large though. I'm gonna put 20K on you winning that fight, bro. Don't let me down. Oh fuck! Imagine I make people like literally lose their life savings. They're like, yo, I'm putting all my money on Yuri, and I just fucking.
I bet everything.
I just like a dog. I
bet everything on you.
The apartment.
I'm like, babe.
We don't have an apartment to go back home to. I bet all your stuff.
Was feeling really lucky, and my psychic senses were tingling.
There's an episode of The Simpsons where they're traveling somewhere and they have to stop by a casino to use the bathroom, and then Homer's just like, as he's going to use the bathroom, he sees all these slots, and then he sees something like some big prize thing where he's like, oh what, like what is this, and he goes over there to play really quick, and then it just says like 5 minutes later, or like it just does like a little quick montage, and then when Marge and the kids come out of the bathroom, Homer's like, we don't have a car anymore. He like betted gambled the car, and they just stop by to use the bathroom, and he's just like, fuck, we're stuck here now.
Oh my god, we don't have a car.
And then Homer has to prove that he's part Indian so that he can get his car back.
Oh my god.
It's so funny, bro. It's such a funny episode. What's your height, Yuri? I'm gonna bet 5'11", an inch below 12, I guess.
An inch below 6 feet.
Or 6 feet? I mean, an inch below 12. An inch below 6 feet. There you go. That's Family Guys, not Simpsons. Whoops, wrong thing. I swear Simpsons did something similar. Yuri for show got height on Skinny from the Night. Yeah, I definitely do. Y'all never go to 3 Broomsticks at Universal Studios. If you go, it was trash as fuck on Crip. Go to 3 Broomsticks? It's probably.
I don't think we did.
It's probably where we got our food.
Oh god.
Do you peg him? Question mark. Big 11.
No.
Did you receive the brown suede hat? No. Oh, Flames After Fame Worldwide. I didn't have a chance to go to the PO box before today's episode, so we will be opening all the packages on. Should we just do a stream in the middle of the week of us opening the packages?
Yeah.
That's a good thing to do because we have a lot of at least three packages in there. then we can do something after. So we will be opening the packages this week or this upcoming week sometime, for sure. Remember Maddie? She's no G. Facts. We getting faded with you guys. Let's go, Nico Mans.
Woo!
I can't believe you said it was Simpsons. God damn it. That's my memory though. Someone said I smell like fish and chips. Is that true, babe?
No.
Yesterday in the morning, I wake up and Riley's like, babe, you smell like BO. Go take a shower. And then today I wake up and I turn around and like say, good morning, babe. And I kind of breathe in her face. And she's like, babe, were you eating salami last night? Your breath smells like salami.
Well, first when you came into bed at night, I could smell your breath. I was like, oh, he for sure just ate some salami or something.
But yeah, today in the morning, Riley's like, you smell like salami. But I ate Slim Jims last night. I ate 2 Slim Jims. Yo, I'm gonna grab a dab in the banger right now for you, Yuri. Love you and Riley. I love you and your stinky ass, BO. Thanks, dude. Cut got salami breath. Salami breath. That's disrespectful, babe. That's a weird
gobbler.
Don't eat expired meat, lol. That's a weird thing to say. My breath smells like fucking salami.
It did. You just ate it.
You never smell like anything, which sucks because I can't say you smell like this before.
Thanks.
You smell like nothing.
Good.
Good. Except that one time.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You ever hear that?
No, there's been times I probably smell like BO when I'm throwing up and I'm sweating.
You ever hear that joke about the blind man?
What?
One day there's a blind man walking down the pier and he walks by a fish stand and he turns around and goes, "Hey, ladies." Something like that. Yuri's a salami popping in the street.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, ladies. It's from in the beginning of a song. What's
from Afro Man?
Afro Man, there you go.
45.
He goes, "Good morning,
Good
ladies."
morning, ladies.
That's Afro Man. That's an Afro Man song.
Fish market man. He said,
Bro.
Good morning, ladies.
This is literally the fucking you know how people in elementary you did the transfer of a message thing where you tell one person one thing, they tell another person one thing, and then telephone, then by the time it gets back to you it's like all backwards. I'm the cause of that shit.
Yeah, I could tell. Really?
I say shit backwards as fuck all the time, dude. You know there's one philosopher who said that a blind man was walking on the pier and he saw a fish, or he walked.
The girl is like, "Good morning, ladies," at the end.
And they're like, a philosopher? What was his name? I believe it was Afro Man.
Wow.
Telephone game, aka social media. Dude, social media is a telephone game. Sometimes you see shit reposted, you're like, bro, do you even know what the fuck this shit's about? Thank you, Rylee Yuriy. Even know the joke. Right.
Thank you, Rylee. You didn't even know the
Oh, god damn. I can't even read shit right, bro. Yuri, what's your favorite anime? I have a bunch of favorite animes, but Shaman King, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, Samurai Champloo, Naruto was really good. I didn't watch Naruto Shippuden. I watched like half of Naruto Shippuden.
Salami sucker.
I didn't suck on salami, bro. I was chewing on it. God damn it. You're gonna flex in the metaverse? Bro, I was talking to Alan the other day, and he was making metaverse sound so cool, and he was so hyped on it. And honestly, I was trying to tell him that I feel like you can compare the metaverse to Elon Musk's robot unveiling, where he was just like, in a year you're gonna be able to buy this robot that does grocery shopping for you, and their demo version was a guy in a suit. You know what I mean? That's what that's like literally a fucking demonstration for the metaverse. Facebook is like, you don't even have to have the technology you're promising anymore. Back in the day, it used to be like, guys, now you're gonna have a camera in your phone. Check this out. Now it's like, guys, you're gonna have a camera in your phone. Look at this camera and look at this phone. Imagine them together. That's all you got to do now. I feel like that's what the metaverse is like, dude, one day this is going to happen. And people are like, wow, that's so sick. I'm so excited for this. And then they don't know that they're not even going to be alive by the time the shit happens, probably.
I'm so excited.
I need
But I just can't hide.
I need a robot to lick my Favorite strain, Jack Herrera.
You say that, but you don't like it because it's sativa. So don't say that because you got mad when I got it.
That's so. It's so funny because people have asked me that before, and I tell them I love Jack Herrera, but I honestly love Jack.
I'm going to get water.
I love Jack Herrera as a wax, as a concentrate. And one time Rylee was ordering weed, and the weed comes, and Riley's like, "I got you your favorite weed," and I was like, "What was it?" And I look and it's Jack Herrera, and I was just like, "You shouldn't have got it."
When I ordered it, I was like, sativa? He fucks with sativa?
And then I told Rylee, I was like, I like it as a concentrate, but like when I smoke a flower, I'd rather smoke an indica, to be honest. Even though I don't really feel a difference, but indica just has like a higher THC rating. Dabs or flowers. At this point, flower. I used to be heavy on the dabs, but at this point, it's just I feel like it's a little bit too inconvenient. I'd be 3 high. I'm still trying to get that Rylee Runs pack. Shit, rare as fuck. It is rare as fuck, bro. We don't even know the dealer. And we're in charge of the thing, apparently. Blackberry Punch top tier. I ordered Jack Seeds. Here's the thing, SA, is like, I've been smoking weed since I was like 15, 16, and I've had a lot of experience with people in the weed business. And one thing that I know for sure that a lot of shops do is, if I own a medical shop, right, and I have 2 strains, I have Blueberry Kush and I have Skywalker, right? And if I notice that at the end of the week, all my Skywalker is sold out and I only have some Blackberry Kush, and then I'm getting a shipment in this week and it's not Skywalker, it's like, you know, Blueberry Haze or some shit different or whatever, most likely than not, like a lot of shops will just be like, fuck it, dude, the Skywalker's really selling this time, so let's throw this in there. So they'll fucking throw a different weed in there that looks similar and be like, that's Skywalker. Yeah, you want that Skywalker? And then you're like, oh yeah, I'm here for the same thing I always buy. But it's like the shops will literally give things a name just to make it sell. You know what I mean? Like, so names don't even matter to me anymore. When people say like, oh, what's your favorite strain? I'm like, dude, you can't even keep track of strains no more. Like what I see as a Skywalker, I can have 10 other people bring Skywalker OGs from their favorite shop, and we're all gonna have different weeds. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. So it's like, I just like good weed. Isn't that false advertising? Yeah, but you're never gonna prove it.
False advertising.
Brett ordered Skywalker, but walked out with the salami. They gave me that salami.
I was like, let me just turn.
Oh, that's fucked up. You know what's
Really?
You know what's messed up too is like, it's so romantic to think like,
Salami breath?
it's so romantic to think that you wake up next to your loved one, you know, your partner, and you're like, I love you, good morning, you know, like share some kisses, like cuddle, but you wake up in the morning, you got dry mouth, you got fucking what's it called, hot breath, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
I know my breath is hot in the morning.
it's like, that's what I'm saying, like in the morning, like you just wake up in such a state that you're like, sometimes I feel guilty for breathing on Rylee. I'll be breathing to the right, I'll be like,
Same.
really?
I'm crusty.
You wake up gorgeous.
No, I have literal crust in my eye.
That's yeah, you do actually. You do have a lot of crust in your eye, but you're still beautiful.
Thanks, bitch. Salami runs.
You see, but you say I have salami breath. I wake up and
did.
I
You
literally
never usually do, but this one time you did.
I wake up and I go, babe, you're gorgeous. Good morning. And you wake up and go, babe, you smell like salami.
Keeping it real. Keep it.
Wow.
That's what you get for not brushing your teeth before bed.
I stopped doing it, to be honest. Ever since my fucking wisdom teeth healed up, that shit. How have your wisdom teeth been doing?
Fine.
Speaking of which, no problems? Are you gonna get them taken out, you think? You can just let them rock? What if you get crooked teeth?
I probably will.
You can just say fuck it.
No, I'm gonna get them taken out eventually.
Are you still gonna go under?
Yeah.
No, after all we've learned and talked about together, you're still gonna go under.
I can't do it.
No, babe. Even, did you hear what T-Rail said?
What?
T-Rail, during the last podcast, they were asking him, they were like, hey, is there anything you could possibly do to, you know, regain feeling in your arm or whatever? And T-Rail was saying that, like, yeah, there is a surgery that I've been recommended before. It's a 14-hour surgery. that could potentially help me, but he's like, I'm gonna have to go under. And then he said too, he's like, I don't know if that's worth it. And he's not even doing wisdom teeth. He's doing something that like, like is like a big serious operation or whatever that could help him a lot. Like it could change his life. But even he's saying that's not worth dying. You know what I mean? And you want to go under for your teeth. That's definitely not worth risking death. You always gotta weigh the options. You know what I mean? Like, is this worth dying?
Okay. Wow. Thanks.
Why am I making you feel bad?
Loki dropped a bag $4.99 through Super Chat. Rylee Yuriy, do girls get jealous if you get in a relationship with another girl even though they got with another dude first? Like if we both had a thing before.
Okay. So why do girls get jealous if you're with a new girl and she's with a new guy? Why is she still jealous?
Rylee, why do girls get jealous if you get in a relationship with another girl even though they got with another dude first? Like if we both had a thing before.
Yeah. So I feel like that's just
girls
how it is. I feel like if you've been with somebody before, obviously it's going to sting a little bit when you see them with somebody else after the relationship or whatever it was is over. It's still going to sting. She's going to get over it, though. And if she's with another guy, she should already be over.
So this girl's probably saying like, man, he already got with a new girl. She's a hoe, blah, blah, this and that. And then even though she already got in and out of another relationship, you know what I mean? And she doesn't see the hypocrisy. At that point, fucking good riddance, bro. Because you don't want to deal with a person who can't fucking understand reality. You're just
or doesn't know what she wants.
That too. You know what I mean? You just got to be like, dude, you know what? If you can't understand this, I'm out.
And who cares if she's jealous? Let her be jealous and enjoy your new relationship with the girl that you're with right now.
That stuff only matters when you're like kind of, I feel like, younger and you're still stuck in that small circle. But once you start growing up and get different circles of friends and like you start separating a little bit from like other people that you grew up with, you start realizing like, oh, that doesn't matter at all anymore.
Yeah.
You don't even have to care. Dude, my something happened with my headphone where now every time I talk, I hear this like vibrating. It's like kind of fucked up now. Maybe I dropped it or something.
Probably.
I think I did. Yeah, I don't think she knows what she wants. You think that's what it is? She just doesn't know what she wants?
Yeah.
She's confused.
She's confused because if she's hitting up low key on the low key, getting jealous and shit while she's with this other guy, she obviously doesn't know what she fucking wants.
She wants you, but she's sucking other cocks. She doesn't want him, fam.
Yeah, fuck that. No. You want somebody who's going to just be for you and only you.
Exactly.
A ride or die.
Someone said, who's the bigger simp, Yuriy or Rylee?
Me.
Why?
For you.
Why are you a simp? For me. Someone said, haha, for real, she just tripping. Yeah, that honestly sounds like a situation in which that girl's just tripping and you understand what reality is and she can't, so it's like, yeah, dude, I don't know, I would just fucking ignore her, bro, but also be careful because she could like murder you or something like that if she's crazy.
Exactly. She wants to have her cake and eat it too.
Someone said dick game weak as fuck then. From who? She wants to go back with him, so his dick game must be good.
Or however the saying goes.
The new guy that she's with, dick game must have been weak. She must have got with the new guy and been like, damn, I miss my ex.
Low key.
That's what the guy's name was? Low key. Bro, what do you want to... what made you want to start this podcast? Nico Band says, a while ago before AD started at the end of the day, he said that he wanted me to be his fucking co-host, but that ended up not working out or whatever. And then I ended up having like a lot of people message me saying, for a long time, I never wanted to do a podcast because I just never thought that'd be a good idea. I want to do like, other stuff, but after AD made that announcement that he wanted me to be his co-host, I had a lot of people hitting me up saying, dude, we would love to see you on a podcast. And I've had that message before, but they got to this point where I was just like, you know what, like, let's just do our own podcast. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it. And then we just started it, and then we realized that people enjoyed it, and then we just continued it, and now we're 50 episodes deep.
Yes, sir. Almost a year. It's probably been a year already.
Yeah, it's been a year already for sure. But as for episodes, we're 2 episodes away from it making it official by number.
Podcast.
By number, yeah, year. O2 according B Bussin. Yuri, does Riley's ex hate you because you got better stroke game? What the hell? Been here since the first episode. Shout out to Manny Gabe. I need that Uzumaki pack. I know, bro. Everyone, a lot of people hit me up for that Uzumaki pack. I am not a weed seller or deliverer. I don't do that stuff, bro. And I could barely I barely get any Uzumaki myself. You know, if we get some, we're
lucky.
We're lucky to smoke it ourselves. There's a rat.
Shut up.
First episode. What's the vibe? Oh, shout out to Graves. He said this is first episode tuning in.
Shout out Graves.
This is our after show, Graves. We already did the whole show. Now we're just like doing this thing where we do like the after show where we just chill and like smoke and like just read the chat and stuff. Because during the podcast we don't read the chat. Super good podcast tonight. I'm also day one. Yeah, shout out to Cat. Oh, I thought Cannabis King was saying this is his first episode too. I was like, oh, that's Cap. Shout out to fucking Cannabis King, and he is day one. He's been here for a long time, bro. Yuri, thoughts on crocodile? Don't do it. Remember I showed you it? That Russian heroin that makes your arm turn to rock. Yeah, don't do it. Do jumping jacks. Crocodile is wild. A Tabarama pack would be crazy. What the hell is that? Tobirama. Enza Danino. Paul Danino. That's Poseidon. I think Enza Danino is his mom. Harmonious King Life. He got that Pete dick. That's funny. So jumping jacks? No, bro. Thoughts on Russian scammers? Are you related to any? Probably, to be honest. There's scammers everywhere, bro. It's not just a Russian thing. He's a Cage Top Ramen OG. Happy for you guys. Cheers to episode 50. Shout out to fucking on 7. Thank you so much, bro. On flight. There you go. I think it's on flight. Shout out to on flight. Thank you so much, bro. My stomach hurt. You ever heard of Gates of Hades? You seen 1,000 Ways to Die when MP3s were being used as drugs? I didn't see that, but I've seen 1,000 Ways to Die, but I didn't know MP3s were being used as drugs. How the fuck? That's a song. $1 per push-up.
Was Rylee camera shy in the beginning of this podcast? Definitely. I still am to this day super camera shy, but I feel like I warm up a little bit every time.
We've gone through a lot.
It's easier.
Of I don't like this camera angle, I don't like this lighting, I don't like this, or just like
not just that, just talking on camera.
Yeah, that too. Same here. I've had a lot to learn.
I'm just more of a shy person in general, I feel like, at first, like.
Yeah.
And it's definitely scary when you already had like people already watching you and shit, and you're just like, put on to somebody's shit, and it's nerve-wracking. So definitely warmed up.
I fucking learned a lot, dude. When I was doing the clips and I rewatched the podcast we did with Adam, dude, like,
oh God.
I was so terrible at it. Like, I would be like asking him a question, like asking you like, oh, what'd you do today? And then you'd answer the question, and then instead of like being like, oh, that's cool, how was this, or that's interesting, how'd you like that, or like following up with what he said, I would be like, oh, that's interesting, I went to a park one time, and I would just fucking start telling my personal stories that have nothing to do with the fuck he was talking about, and like I wouldn't do a good job of like continuing the conversation to what the fuck he was actually talking about. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It was like as I was rewatching it, I was cringing. I was like, dude, I suck at talking so bad.
You're definitely both. We've both grown.
My boy DME that code. Oh, bro, hentai. I hit up Dylan for the codes. I'm waiting for him to reply to me. Once I get the codes from him, I will send it to you guys. I'm just waiting on him to send me the codes. Like, couldn't you speak when you had a question? That's not camera shy. I'm doing K with house phone. Someone said. I doubt it somehow. We need spliff mode part 2. Facts. I'm down for that as well. Russian be packing, and I ain't talking pistols.
I ain't talking pistols.
Stash or no stash? You liked my stash for some reason.
Whoa. What the hell?
Dude, I'm not sure we talked about this, but one day Rylee went to go to the store or something, and Rylee left. And right as Rylee was leaving, I started shaving my face, and I had not shaved for like 2 weeks, so I had like a thick amount of stubble, and it was pretty long. And then and anyways, she left. I started shaving my face. I shave everything except my mustache, and I kind of like left my mustache like hanging pretty low. It was almost like a handlebar mustache. And I was just about to shave my mustache, and I look at my phone. I get a call from Rylee, and I pick up. She's like, "Hey, I grabbed the wrong keys. Can you come out to give me the correct keys?" I'm like, "Okay." So I fucking I put my razor down, run downstairs. I open the door, and Riley's just like, "What the fuck?" She just like gets all shocked. I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Your face." Because I didn't just shave my mustache, and I just looked hella fucking funny. And Rylee took a picture of me.
I loved it. That was hilarious.
A lot of you hear this all the time, where guys want to grow their facial hair out, and the girlfriends are like, "I hate his facial hair. I hate his mustache." And you actually want me to have a mustache.
No, I don't.
You
I just
liked
thought it was funny.
Oh, I thought you liked it.
It was funny.
You didn't like how it looked? I thought that's what you meant. I thought you meant it looked good on me or something.
It did look. You didn't look bad. It looked good. But
I think it looks. Who has a mustache anymore? A thick one like that. I feel like no one. Should I bring it back?
I like the bald.
Slight shake. Thoughts on booty play? My booty's extra tight, so I don't enjoy it. Pause. I'm kidding. Harmonious, puff puff pass. It's done. You know, it's funny. Sometimes it gets to this point where I'll be like, "You want to hit this?" And I'll try to pass it to Rylee. Riley's like, "I'm good." And then I'll keep puffing on it, and I get to this point where I'm excited to finish the joint. I'm like, "Yes, there's like perfectly 2 puffs left." And then Rylee goes, "Eh," and she wants to hit. I'm just like, "All right, here you go."
What? You never told me this before.
And then, but you tell me you don't want to hit it, and then you're like, "Actually, I'll hit it." Every time you do that, and then now I'm used to it. Now I don't even care anymore. But the first time I was just like, I want to.
Because I don't want to smoke the whole joint at the end.
That makes sense though. You let me puff for a minute. But sometimes I want to do that too. Like I want to hand you the joint, and like you'll literally do puff puff pass. But sometimes I want you to just like chill for 5 minutes. You know, talk like let the joint chill or whatever.
I have been.
Should we get one of those like, you know, those old school girl cigarette holders? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Should we get one of those?
No.
I feel like it'd be kind of cool. Do you and Rylee do cocaine? No. Pass it to the left, hand side. There goes Vel on a bike. Uzumaki. My Android emojis. Pass it to the left, to the left, to the left. Some said you do cocaine.
Nah, quit the chit chat and pass that.
A lot of people think I do Adderall or cocaine and stuff like that, but I don't like doing added like things that. It's weird. It's super hypocritical. I can't say I don't like doing that stuff because I smoke weed and I fucking drink shots and like do all these like crazy shakes, drink mayonnaise from donations. I do all this other stupid shit, but it's like when it comes to pharmaceuticals, I don't like fucking with it at all. Thank you so much, bro Hentai, for the $5. He said Rylee runs coming soon. I see bud endorsements,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
I'd be fucking hyped if we got a bud endorsement.
For real.
We do kind of have one right now, but we smoke all that stuff in like a week.
Like, no.
What? Less?
You outdo it.
Really?
Yeah.
There was cocaine on Blast ECP. Do you like you don't like uppers? It's not that I don't like uppers, it's just that like I don't like the idea of taking synthetic shit.
Brahentai dropped a bag $5 through Super Chat. Rylee runs coming soon.
What? For dinner? Okay. Can I just roll one more joint?
Okay.
What do you want to do for dinner?
We already got it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna cook that shit. Last time we got a dinner like that, we did a romantic stream.
Oh yeah. What I saw.
Oh yeah.
Not tonight.
You just want to chill. You want to watch that movie?
Maybe.
Oh, you said it was my turn to choose a movie.
I know, but that's a sad movie.
Arrested Development?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down for that, to be honest. Yuri, do ketamine on stream. No, dude, you guys want me to fucking get fentanyl and overdose and die or some shit like that? See, that sounds like a terrible idea. Costco for dinner? Actually, no, Target. We were supposed to go to Costco, but someone didn't wake me up.
I love how I'm always to blame.
All right, so guys, listen to this constant conflict that Rylee and I have. Every day before I go to sleep, I tell Rylee, I go, please take a cup of water and throw it in my face. Can you grab 2 more seltzers?
But I'll get you one.
Okay. Oh, isn't there one more in there? Because you grabbed 3?
I drank both of them.
Oh, okay. But anyways, every time we go to sleep, I always tell Rylee, I'm like, please, in the morning, take a cup of water and throw it in my face to wake me up because I want to be woken up so I can wake up early with her because I know Rylee wakes up early. And then Riley's always just like, yeah, I got you. She's just like, and I'm just like, babe, really, please throw water in my face. She's like, yeah, I got you. And then every morning, I wake up at 1 p.m. and by the time I wake up, Rylee already worked out, did the dishes, made the bed, like did all this crazy shit. And I'm just like, dude, you didn't wake me up. And she's just like, it's not my responsibility to wake you up, which is true, but at least throw some water in my face in the morning before you leave.
Wake you up. Don't say I don't.
You don't.
I do.
Did you try today? You didn't.
I'm gonna talk my shit when I come back.
Rylee said she's gonna talk her shit when she comes back, but I just say like, if Rylee told me like, hey babe, just throw some water in my face before you leave the bed, I would wake up, grab a cup of water, go, and just continue my day and be like, you told me to. Set an alarm, Yuri. I do. I set the alarms, but it doesn't wake me up, bro. Or honestly, I have this thing where it takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to fully wake up to get out of dream mode. But as soon as I wake up, like you can have a full conversation with me and I won't understand what the fuck's going on. I'll be replying to you and talking to you and I won't understand what the hell's going on. And I'll do this thing where I'll wake up from an alarm, turn off the alarm, and not even remember turning it off. Like I've had this thing with Rylee where like I'll wake up and I'll be like, babe, why'd you turn off my alarm? And she's like, I'm not turning off your alarm, you are. And it's like I just don't fucking remember.
Oh my God.
No, I'm telling him how I don't remember doing shit in the morning.
And
like
you blame me for turning
that's what I was just saying. I was just saying that like I would blame Rylee for turning off my alarm and she would be like, dude, you turned it off. And I do this thing where even if I set an alarm, I wake up, turn it off, and I go back to sleep and I don't remember turning off my alarm, and I'm just like waking up hella late. It's stupid. I just need to buy like a automatic water squirter that squirts water on me at 9 in the morning, because you don't do it. Thank you. You bought 14 grams of lube, boy. Wait, what? Yuri blames Rylee. I'm dead. Wow, really? I want to see what Rylee has to say about this. Someone says I wake up at 6 a.m. every day. I'm jealous. I want to do that.
Me too.
Buy an alarm that rolls away from you. Oh, that's interesting. You need a Squid Games alarm clock. What do they have in Squid Games? I don't remember. I just want Rylee to throw some water in my face, dude. You did it one time and I woke up instantly. And we got a funny video out of it.
Every day. I want to wake up early. I love waking up early, getting my day started. Yuri gets upset when I want to get out of bed early.
We already talked about this. I don't anymore. I let you leave, but I just...
No, you still give me a hard time, and you're just like, okay, bye, bye, whatever.
I don't.
And I do
anymore.
wake him up. I'm like, hey, it's this time. I tell you, it's this time.
Did you do that today?
I told you I'm going to go get coffee right now.
You
I'm
did.
like, I think I did. I'm like, yo, it's 10:30. I'm going to get coffee.
You did. I remember that.
I always tell him, it's this time. I'm going to get coffee. I'm waking up.
No, but I want you to throw water in my
And
face.
then he's like, okay. And then he also has 17 alarms that go off.
Because I can't wake up.
Right after I say something.
I set 17 alarms because I can't wake up.
Exactly. So he's like, he says he can't wake up. However, I literally wake him up, tell him I'm going to do stuff, and then after I leave, there's 17 more alarms that go off after that. So he just literally can't wake up. That shouldn't be my responsibility at that point.
I know it's not your responsibility, but I'm asking you as a favor, as like a boyfriend. Please, before you leave, throw some water in my face.
I've done that one.
You did that once, and guess what? It fucking works because I was just explaining
I
how
spilled water all over myself.
I was just explaining how it takes me at least 10 to 15 minutes to like get out of sleepy mode. But if you throw water in my face, I will instantly be like, what the fuck? Okay, now
and you got mad at me the one time I did it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. You recorded it. It's on camera.
And you're like, after you got so like upset.
No, I didn't.
You did. You were like ignoring me.
It does feel a little bit disrespectful, but please do it, babe.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
No, please.
And then we just wet the whole bed, and it's just like, no.
It'll dry up
That's
by
just
the time we
doing
go
too
to
much.
sleep.
Just
No,
wake your ass up.
no, just throw some water in my face, dude.
No.
I'm gonna show Rylee this video later when we are eating or whatever.
Hot water.
But there's a video of Ice Poseidon when he used to live. I forgot where he lived at this point, but he had this one crazy fan who was like a kid, like a 16, 17-year-old kid, and Ice Poseidon would always complain that he can't wake up early. Ice Poseidon would always promise to go on stream like at 3 p.m., but he would wake up like at 3 p.m. You know what I mean? So he wouldn't go live till like 5 or 6, and people would be mad and all this shit. So this kid messaged Ice Poseidon. He's like, yo, Ice, can I please like have access to your apartment so I can come to your house at 10 or 9 in the morning to wake you up? And this kid made a video. It has like 1 million+ views where literally for a week, every week he was like going to Ice Poseidon's house with like breakfast and like all this shit, trying to wake him up, trying to get him to start his day. And honestly, if we got anyone that lives in the area, can we have someone stop by to wake me up in the morning?
No, you
What?
sleep naked.
Why are you telling everyone that? You sleep naked too.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to be able to sleep naked for a week because you don't want to throw water in my face. I feel like it would be funny if we had someone come over to wake me up. Wake up, Yuri. Wake up. Start the stream.
Oh, Lord.
I feel like that would be fucking hilarious. Do you want them to throw more eggs? What, my neighbors? Face splash Yuri. What the fuck? You see? Facts.
Sounds so
Oh,
sad.
shout out to Ski TV in the chat. I wake up, drink a bang, brush my teeth, work out, go to work, come home, work on my side hustle and music.
See, I need that life.
But what time does January wake up, though? He didn't say what time he wakes up. Oh, shit.
Mr. Ruchis dropped a bag $20.
Shot? He didn't even say anything.
Really?
I'm taking one. Thank you so much, Mr. Uchis, for the $20,
And shout out
bro.
Uchis.
Shout out to fucking Uchis. Riley's gonna go bring the Tito's, and we weren't planning on drinking hard alcohol today. That's why you got the seltzers. But when people donate $20, you know that's what the fuck I gotta do. You don't have to take it, babe. That's the dealio. What up, Ski TV? Yuri cuz, Rylee cuz. Yo, Ski TV, did you see that we have Crip Stream Jesus in here in the chat? I'm not sure if he's still in here though. What's your guys' routine after waking up? So I wake up and then I lay in bed until I have, if it's work, I wait until I have like 15 minutes remaining. I get out of bed, brush my teeth, put on some clothes, get ready, and then complain to Rylee for taking too long. That's my morning routine. Riley's morning routine is waking up 2 hours ahead of me, getting ready. I don't know what she does. Does a bunch of stuff, and then still isn't ready by the time I'm ready. Riley's looking at me with a very angry face right now while she's eating Ruffles. Do you even eat breakfast? No, Giselle. That's the problem is I have a very unhealthy lifestyle where I don't fucking eat breakfast. I don't eat until like 2-3 p.m. on a daily basis usually. And if I do eat at 2-3 p.m., it's probably a cup of noodle, McDonald's, or like a small random snack. I'll probably have 1 or 2 legitimate big meals a day. It's because Rylee doesn't feed me. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm 100% kidding. She feeds me all the time. Everyone sees it. Everyone knows how much you feed me and cook for me all the time. Really? It's because of me. It's because number one, I don't have an appetite in the morning. Where even if I have like a fucking gourmet breakfast made for me in the morning, like I can't eat a lot in the morning for some reason. It's like I don't have an appetite. Usually, like, if I smoke first, like, then I'll have an appetite to eat, and that's usually what I do. Everyone knows I'm kidding, babe. Oh. Chicken or beef cup of noodles? Honestly, both. I hate how people hate on the beef cup of noodles when the beef is actually really good. The beef actually has really good broth, bro. Like the chicken is the go-to, and people like, I don't know, like I feel like the beef is another one of those things where people just love to hate on it, but there's nothing to hate on, bro. The beef cup of noodles is fucking fire, bro. The broth is hella good. Shrimp one is hella good. They're all, honestly, all the cup of noodles are really good. Oh, yo, has anyone ever made 3 cup of noodles, chicken, shrimp, beef, mixed them all together? Damn. Why is it the first time I'm thinking of that? Start lifting and eating breakfast. It's going to regulate your day. Yeah, that would definitely fucking help. Has anyone ever done that? Bro, I feel like that's a good-ass idea, dude. Nah, good idea. I swear, I've never seen that, bro. Yuri's bone density is sus. You gotta do that on stream. Honestly, yes, Giselle. The fact I'm thinking about that's old news, Yuri. No, King Lou, show me linking me to one video where someone's done this before. I've never seen someone do that before. I've done chili and beef before, bus and lime chili before, the best ramen. Do you put them in the microwave? No, fuck no. I never put them in the microwave. What I do is I take a cup for coffee. I fill that with water, and I microwave that cup for like 5 minutes until the water's boiling, and then I pour that boiling water into the ramen thing, because you're not supposed to microwave a cup of noodles, but everyone still does it. Yuri only eats prison food. Babe, have you ever heard of someone making a chicken cup of noodle, a shrimp cup of noodle, and a beef cup of noodle, and then once they're all ready, mixing them into a big pot so all the broths mix together, and then you try that? Well, doesn't that sound good?
Nope.
You have no imagination.
I do not
That sounds so good. Oh, but it's not real shrimp. It's like,
I know, I don't like the shrimp flavor.
it's like Subway shrimp. But you have chicken and beef to overcome it. I was getting confused when you say my name. Oh, yeah, I know. There's 2 Giselles in the chat. Exactly. That's poverty. What, to eat cup of noodles is poverty? It's delicious, bruh. Ski really threw a hot sauce at the window and put sauce all over a table before he left. Wait, what? When?
What?
What? Someone said Ski really threw a hot sauce at a window and put sauce all over a table before he left. What are you talking about, Sloppy Bobby? Yuri, what kind of seltzer is that? It's a new one that we tried today. It's called Fruit Smash Hard Seltzers. And honestly, I really like the designs. They have like dice and cards, and it kind of reminds me of a House Phone's shoes a little bit, like that type of vibe.
Yeah.
Super Chef said, Rylee, I
Thank
like
you.
the hoops.
Thank you.
They do look really nice.
No, they look faded now.
Really?
They're half silver, half.
What do they say? The bigger the hoops, the...
Bigger the brain.
Facts. Oh, wait.
Can you pour the shots?
Oh, yes. Tina's over here. Thoughts on sweet tea?
Love it.
You love unsweetened tea.
Yeah, but I love sweet tea. I just don't get it.
Yeah. Actually, I love sweet tea too. Dude, I don't know how you drink unsweetened tea.
It's so good.
Rylee always orders that when we go to like a fast food restaurant, and then I've taken a sip of it a couple times because it looks like a fucking soda. And just like instantly you're just like, it's like a depressing ass soda. You're like expecting to feel carbonation, sugar from a Coca-Cola, and then you drink the unsweetened tea, you're just like, oh.
It's hella refreshing.
Is it?
It's caffeinated.
I feel like oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that tea is caffeinated. But I feel like Coca-Cola is refreshing, even though it's dehydrating. Cheers to Mr. Uchi's, dude. Thank you so much for always supporting the channel and everything. You left me hanging on this cup. I did that like twice.
My bad.
Someone could clip that and put a sad song behind
Oh
it.
god. And they could clip when I thought you were handing me the joint and you weren't, and I had just slowly put my hand away.
Today?
They're like, I saw Rylee trying to get the joint.
I didn't notice.
And they're like, oh, I saw that too. LMAO.
Dude, can someone clip that?
No.
I actually, dude, once again, I keep saying this, but I have to fucking keep saying it because I'm so fucking grateful and thankful to everyone who's joined the stream. I can't believe we have 312 people still in here for the after show without no fucking guest or anything like that. You guys are literally just fucking here just to watch the fucking show. Thank you guys so much. But I do have to say, if there's anyone out in the chat that is a video editor or a thumbnail maker, like a Photoshop user, please DM me on Instagram or message me on the 10 Talks email. We're trying to get like people to help us like make the clips, Instagram clips, like reels, YouTube reels, like all that. Like we're trying to get help with all that stuff, and it would be cool if we get contact with some people. It's an unpaid thing. It's gonna be a thing where like we're gonna shout you out. Here's the thing: is like I've talked about this before, where I didn't want to ask for help because I didn't want to not be able to pay for people's work. But I've had a lot of people tell me like, "Yo, dude, I'm willing to help." Just because I want to support you guys, and like you can shout me out or whatever. So for whoever's out there that is into all that type of stuff, fucking hit me up, guys. I definitely need the help, and I will do as much as I can to fucking promote you guys and do all that shit. I know that promotion doesn't pay the bills, but if you're willing to make that exchange, so are we. But I 100% understand if you are unwilling, because we are not at that point yet where we can fucking pay someone to do all the video work. But eventually, I hope that we can get to that point. Top of the morning. TKS Slappy Poppy. Vitor said hit me up. Vitor, I'm also I do want to get in contact with Vitor, because he's the dude from Brazil, I believe. Yeah. So honestly, that'll be a good fucking dude to tap in with. Yuri, who you got next on Mario Kart? Bro, Big J. We should have talked about that on 10 Talks. We could just talk about it now. Cairo, I love you. You're the homie. Respectfully. But the other day, the homie Cairo comes over. Oh, it's for the market giveaway. Homie Cairo comes over, and I ask him, "You good at Mario Kart?" And he replies, "I'm fucking awesome at Mario Kart." He says he's like super good. I'm like, "Bro, I'm really good too." Like I've never played someone where I lost. Like I've never met anyone that's better than me at Mario Kart. And I was telling him like, we should fucking race each other. And I forgot what he said exactly, but he was sounding very confident, like, "You don't understand how good I really am." And I'm like, okay. And it made me nervous a little bit. I'm like, okay, whatever. We play circuits. A circuit means 4 races, right? We did 5 circuits, right? We did 5 separate circuits. We tied 2 of them. So on 2 of the circuits, we got the same score. On 3 of the circuits, I won. So at the end of the day, it just proves, after 5 circuits, he can't beat me. I'm too good at Mario Kart. And this is something like there's a lot of people out there who are quick to be like, "Bro, I'm the best Smash Bros player. No one can beat me at Smash Bros." Like there's a lot of people who talk a lot of hype, but it's like I don't hype up my Mario Kart game. You know what I mean? I don't go around saying I'm the best Mario Kart player in the world. I just like to play good people in Mario Kart. But Cairo and I instantly had like a friendly little banter of like who's better, and then the fact that I was able to prove that I was, like, it feels so good. I'm like, yes, I got the fucking dub, bruh. And people were telling me in the chat like, oh, home court advantage. But the thing is, we were playing on a Switch. We were playing on the tiny little side controller. It's not a full controller, tiny little side controller without the fucking LB extension. So it was like you have to really dig your fingers in to press those buttons. It's very uncomfortable and hard, bruh. I can't believe, like, honestly, I can believe, but
I can't believe it's not better.
But I have to say that he was literally the best competition I've had to this day. I've never played anyone that had my heart racing, and that tied me twice. I have to be honest, guys. Like, I've had maybe 10 different moments where I'm kicking it with someone. I'm like, you fucking Mario Kart? Or I see Mario Kart. I'm like, I'm pretty good at it. You trying to play or whatever? They're like, yeah. And then we play, and I quickly realize, like, oh shit, I have hundreds of hours on this dude. Like, he doesn't even understand drifting, you know? Cairo was good competition, which makes me that's why I feel so proud of this victory, because I'm like, this proves my skill is legitimate. I'm not tripping. I'm good at this shit. I'm good at Mario Kart, bro.
You're pretty fucking good.
I tap in on Tentuck's Mario Kart Cup, bro. I was actually thinking about this. Should I make a poll really quick? I'm actually down to make a poll. This is a poll for anyone who has a Switch in the chat. If you guys have a Switch and you're willing to do Mario Kart races, whoever can beat me in a race will get $10 cash app. How about that? A circuit. You have to beat me in a circuit. If you could beat me in a circuit, I'll give you guys a $10 cash app. Should we do this stream? Is there enough people in this chat who play Switch and who play Mario Kart who are willing to challenge me? Because you could play online. Who are willing to challenge me, and if you guys win, I will cash app you $10.
Good one.
I can't afford to make it something crazy, but I feel like that's something we can do. Who is down to race Mario Kart? I'm wording this terribly. To participate in Mario Kart
You should have put
race.
Mario Kart race, question mark, $10 prize.
Switch.
Switch. This is some lit ass shit.
$10 prize.
You already put $10. You put $10 prize.
Oh, yeah, you're right. $10 price. No, prize. God damn it. Okay. Down,
I'm chill.
not down. Okay, let's ask your community. Okay, here we go. Well, depending on how many people are down, I'm willing to do this because I feel like I don't know how many people have Switches and how many people play Mario Kart and how many people are confident in their Mario Kart skills. But you don't have to be that. You're not risking anything. You just get to join the stream and play. You know. So if you win, you get $10, bro. I want $11. Crip Stream Jesus, bro. Crip Stream Jesus. If you participate in this and win, I will give you 12.
Ooh.
$12. How about this? I don't know. What's the biggest prize money I can give? But then what if multiple people that's the thing I'm scared of. Is like, what if I say the prize money is $50 and there's 20 people in the chat who are better than me? And I have to, and I'm just like in debt. I'm like, oh fuck, I can't like pay all this shit.
What you get when you bet?
So let's say $10
Per circuit?
which is 4 races.
Okay.
But after I lose $30, stream is over. I'm like, yo, that's no, actually no. I feel like once I lose like 50 to 80, I'm like, that's it.
50
Is too much. Because 50 is five races. 5 times 4. I'm not sure. It's a lot of races. Rylee likes boys who got rent to pay.
No, Riley's like, boy, we got rent to pay.
Rylee likes boy, we got rent to pay. Facts, we honestly do. Wait, I really have to go pee again.
$10 is fine. Should be fun regardless. Exactly. Have people $5 to get in. Oh, that's a good idea. Buy it. And then there's a big ass cash prize. That's a good idea. Sorry, I'm all quiet.
Why is my mouth?
They're saying, what if we did a buy-in and then there's a big ass pool plus your money on top of it?
Oh, that's interesting. Hey, that's actually a good idea. Like $2 to enter, and then you get my $10 plus the $2 of like whatever. That's interesting. Honestly, yeah, we could do that. $2 buy-ins or what? $5 buy-ins? Let's do $5 buy-ins. We could do that. And then the winner gets all the fucking everything. That's interesting. I like how Yuri gets ideas and acts on it right away. He's a go-getter for sure.
Did you wash your hands, Yuri? That was kind of fast.
I didn't.
Oh.
Really,
At least you're finishing that.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't wash my hands, to be honest. Either way, guys. Right now, Rylee. It's already 9:40 p.m. Rylee and I are gonna get started on dinner. So we are gonna end the stream right now, but I do want to say again for the millionth time, thank you to every single person who joined the stream, bro. I can't believe that we have so many people watching this whole stream. You guys are insane, dude. I really fucking appreciate it. Shout out to you guys for choosing to continue to watch us, because a lot of you guys came from us having guests on. So first of all, shout out to every single guest we've had on, because every single person has added to the amount of viewers we've had, and I'm thankful to all the viewers that decided to stay and participate with the rest of the stream. So thank you guys.
Thank you so much
for being a part of the streams and shit, and still fucking being in here and having, bro, I can't believe we have so many fucking people in here. But it looks like we have 68% people who are down, 53 people voted, so that's a good amount of people. Let's do it. We'll be doing the Mario Kart stream. Let's do this week in the same stream, Mario Kart plus PO box unpackaging. Okay. So we're gonna do the PO box unpackaging plus Mario Kart stream this week, guys. It will probably be on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. One of those days. But either way, I hope you guys have a good Sunday. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. We're going to proceed to make dinner and just chill.
Have a great week.
We'll see you guys next week for the P.O. boxing and the Mario Kart shit. So thank you guys so much. Please drop a like if you guys can. Yes. It just takes a second. It helps the channel so much. And we'll make sure that you guys get recommended all our videos and everything. Shout out to Crip Stream Jesus. Shout out to SA, King Lou, Big J, Shrumanity, DJ Scorpio, Aura, Holy, Ultima, Baby, Gray USA, TG, Dylan Heck, Rob Zum, everyone. Thank you guys so much, bro. No like equals no heaven.
Love you.
No Crip heaven. All right, yeah, love you guys.
Peace.